Recording in progress. Alright, let me take us to the Rock of Bral, because that's where we are. That is where we are. The light, so bright. Recall. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let me just tell you what's up. Let me tell you what's been going on. You all had just saved the two very specific kindorei from a scaver attack. You had healed them of their ailments, and in the aftermath of that, it came about that Etharrith was the culprit behind the death of the cook, who we all definitely remember the name of very deeply. And and she and there was some debacle that happened. The true culprit definitely started pinning things on, making it seem a little bit more, pinning things on. Drama ensued, and the captain, in the end, insisted that two of his most loyal companions, Etharrith and not John Kyle, but the rogue Zalace, figured it out. Etharrith and Zalace need to get along for the sake of the crew, and pulling some stops, saying, Etharrith, if you're loyal to my cause, then you must be loyal to Zalace, for he is a key instrument in the completion of that. And kind of like used some kind of logic against them, and now they are. I wouldn't even use the word amicable. Now they are on the same team. Put it that way. At least on the surface. We'll check in on that. And you guys all made it back to the Rock of Bral, on which everybody scattered to the Nine Winds to go about their own business. Some of you acquiring books of lore and learning. Some of you gone drinking. Some of you teaching a small militia of droids how to dance. And also meeting up with a Skuro. Dun dun dun. Ed Jord has very strange taste in women, and picked the enemy of the racial enemy of wild space in the Astral Sea, and took in a half orc and took him to the ship, showed her around, and Shaka has been added to the party's the crew. It seems this strange sort of buff, beefy, bardic sort of individual with a most wild and totally hardcore looking loot. And that's pretty much where we picked up. We're on the Rock of Bral. No one's accepted the rewards for the quests that you completed, and are just kind of like seeing the loose ends, or maybe just having a good time, enjoying some shore leave. So, with that, I believe there's a number of things on the docket, but that'll be up for you all to figure out for yourselves when and how we get those done. So, you guys have all got a long rest after your being here and there, and let's check in. So, there's quite a few things I think you guys have to do here on the Rock of Bral, as far as accepting payments and quest rewards, and even maybe quests. Who would like to kick us off?
And just make it. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I need to add one last tiny little, probably not important to the future of the game at all, point. Zalace renounced Baphomet. Basically said, "Fuck you, I don't owe you anything." And Baphomet was like, "All right, bitch, square up." And we're gonna check in on that, but I'm sure there will be absolutely no repercussions regarding that whatsoever.
And there's a wedding.
And there's a wedding. That's right, Celine.
And Chaplin has
engagement party.
Chaplin has baths in his basement.
Yep, that's true. Zalace found out that Chaplin's basement is the meeting place of the cult of Baphomet here on the Rock of Bral, and indeed there shall be a wedding between your two former crew members, Alara and Celine.
So
there we go. Sorry.
That's what I wanted to do, was to, when the group's together, or at least
near the captain or Chaplin is just to explain what I found out.
Okay. We'll see that you head back to the ship, hoping that maybe someone will be there. And indeed, Edgelord, this new Scro individual, looks a little, despite being a strong-looking lady, still a little slim for a normal Scro, and Chaplin are all aboard the ship.
So, a question above the table.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been much involved with the actual war and what have you. I don't think. What would, on the planet that I came from, that was sort of like a mercenary town place. You know, it was the crash ship, wasn't it?
Yeah. The ship appeared during the war. Nobody really knows what it is exactly, but a lot of people suspect that it was like some kind of like elven armada bastion that has been retrofitted into, like a small desert town. But you would be very much aware of the war, and like you say, you weren't like a veteran of the war, but you that's still like living in Europe during World War II.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just so I'm trying to figure that out as to where that would fit. All right.
Of course.
Okay, so I come on ship. I'd most probably, is Chaplin on the ship again, or not?
I am.
Okay, so I'll go and find Chaplin.
Okay.
Wherever he may be.
It is not a large ship. I'm sure you just follow the sounds of robots dancing, and you'll find Chaplin.
Yeah, he's probably putting the AP units away.
So I'll go and find Chaplin, and Chaplin, we need to talk. We'll need to loop the captain in as well. Found something a bit disturbing.
Oh.
Do you know where the captain is?
The captain. I think I did see him earlier. He was. Oh yeah, I did see him earlier. He was with a Scro woman, or half Scro woman, half Scro person, female.
Really? Oh, fine, okay. Bit weird.
But yeah, it was a little weird. She's biggish.
Okay. Alright, well, we need to find the captain. It's pretty urgent.
Oh, we should probably go to his quarters. I bet he's there at the Spelljammer.
No, the captain's where they all like have food and stuff. He's a couple drinks in
the mess.
In the mess.
And he's like, Spelljamming's a lot like dancing, it's a little bit of an emotional connection. Spatial connection. Usually around that. So, you gotta keep eye contact. It's good to touch soft, but you gotta touch too hard. And he's just talking bullshit about Spelljamming.
So we'll go with Chaplin and go and find the captain in the mess.
Yeah, you guys easily do so. You just follow the sounds of spell jamming.
Is that you? Chaplin.
Yeah. Captain, sorry to disturb.
Chaplin will stand up very, very slowly and just look over Zalace, just complete stone-faced.
So you'll be looking up at your, obviously he's most probably only just above knee height to you, I would imagine, something like that.
She's
go ahead and describe Zalace a little bit. I don't think you got the description there, Shaka.
So,
what does he look like?
Zalace is a halfling. He's your typical rogue type person, as such as he's very shifty, keeps himself to himself, quite quiet. most times. Doesn't get involved much, I would say, in frontline stuff, but he's there. He's okay. Robes. Where's the robes? He's got I can't even remember what I've got now. Jeez, been that long since. So rapier on his side, hand crossbow off his belt, couple of daggers. But he's able to produce psychic blades as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he's at.
So without looking away from Zalace, Chaka goes, "Is this one of yours?" To Ed.
Ed like nods, but he's more focused on Delays. Delays, what's going on? You look like you want to tell me something.
That's
Even
correct.
though, oh, is this quarters conversation or mess conversation?
Well, it depends, Captain. It could be. Well, fine.
I
Okay.
don't like that answer, but keep going.
So, we're coming to some information that there is a cult operating out from under the medicine. The happy medicine, sorry.
Chaplin's place?
Yes, yeah. So they use the basement, but it's a
What?
cult of Baphomet.
They owe me rent.
Fair point, Chaplin. We'll get that sorted, but for a second there, I thought that was one of your attractions, but now I'm getting the sense that you had no idea this was happening.
No,
Zalace,
those are mine.
how do you find this information, Zalace?
Well, got a couple of contacts in the market. Some of them tipped me off, but also, due to recent events, something happened a little while back with Epoxy. Wasn't a good thing. She ended up getting involved with a cult. I didn't realize how bad until I seen her kill someone just in an alley. Thought it was a bit of a glitch. Then I found out that it was this Demon Lord Baphomet. He tried to get me on his side and what have you, which is, I was trying to keep Epoxy safe. But that's how I know of what's going on.
Well, yes, me, Zalace, this sounds a lot like a secret. Things we said we weren't going to keep after a couple conversations ago. Yeah, here we are, and it's a brand new Zalace secret. For me to find out, when I imagine it's, how much time do we have with this, Cole? I imagine you're telling us because, well, you have a long timeline, a very well-calculated plan of action that you're going to present to your crew that's very considerate of all of our, well, for lack of a better word, downtime when we're supposed to be off duty, but it sounds very much like you're about to ask us for a big favor, Zalace. A favor that we could have been aware of had you not kept this secret. But again, here we are.
Oh,
Zalace,
no, I respect
making
you
my world
very
better.
much. Now, I've not kept anything a secret from me. I've just found out about the basement and the cult in there.
Right, but about Apoxy and Baphomet
Okay.
and killings.
To be fair, there was only one that I know of.
Okay, well,
And I honestly thought it was just a one-off. Then we went to where we found all the other epoxy units, and she stayed there. So it's not a big deal. She did it once. She's there. That's all done with. She's safe. That's why I'm telling you. I need to tell you because it's under Chaplin's bar. The thing is,
Yeah. I don't want these guys underneath my bar.
you know, it could be a problem. It might not be. But from what I know, Baphomet's not a good guy.
What
And
do you know, Zelace? I want your exact relationship with Baphomet, this cult. I want to know exactly what you've experienced with it.
Okay. So the other night, when me and Etharrith were in the brig or the room, I was visited by Baphomet in a dream. So only yesterday, he told me that why was I allowing myself being here and doing all this and not sticking up and fighting, and I could be one of his greatest warriors. To be fair, I told him to go and fuck off. But he did say that things could turn nasty. Hence, I found out where this cult was. I was going to deal with it myself, but seeing as it's under Chaplin's bar, you should know.
So you're telling me you were working with Baphomet.
No.
You told him, in your words, to fuck off.
I did.
When could have told the crew you were working with Baphomet, then we would have worked out, well, something. Because by the sounds of it, you had the help of a very powerful force. And instead, you pissed on it, Zelace. Just like you pissed on my trust.
Hold on.
And because you can't handle it yourself, now we've got to fix it.
Well,
You know, Zelace.
I could handle it myself, to be honest. I mean, my plan was to find out where they were, go and buy some explosives, just stick a big rock in there and blow them up. But it's Chaplin's bar, so I can't do that.
Okay.
And let's be truthful here. I wasn't working with Baphomet. If I wanted his powers, I could have said yes. I could have kept it a secret. I could have not came and told you anything. But I'm here. I've learned my lesson. After the, let's say, bad judgment on my part with Etharrith, which I now realise that was in bad form, and I will speak to Etharrith. But I'm here, being open and honest. This is where we're at.
In fairness, Captain, if I may, it does sound like Zelace is trying to, come clean with what he knows. I mean, honesty's a little tricky. He's not currently making an attempt to hide things or be dishonest. He's trying to share what he knows with the crew.
You know, I was wondering what Bisan's been up to, and I got a peek at her, and she's been learning art. That's what she's doing in her spare time. And here's what you're doing in your spare time is working with powerful demon cults, Zelace. Now, I understand you learned your lesson, and I am going to help you fix this problem. But let's breathe in this moment, all right? We have here...
As you're breathing in this moment, does a 22 hit Chaplin? You're muted.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Okay. A ballista bolt goes flying through the door and hits Chaplin square in the back. Let me just go get that damage for you super quick.
Who hits Chaplin?
And yes, of course, I need everyone to roll initiative.
God damn it.
Above the table.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to say that Bisan would have gone back to the ship in the morning, like first thing, but she would have, because we kind of get together every day. So I would like to be here for this.
We will
And-
we will see if you arrive at some point. I think there was some opportunity to say that, and now and some time has gone by. So we will see if Bisan shows up at some point.
Good luck, guys.
Ed got a
That'll
peek at her.
be 13 piercing damage, Chaplin, as the ballista bolt hits you.
All right. Wow.
That's
For no reason at all, the cleric got a natural 20 on his initiative roll.
I got
Maybe because he
a,
got hit by a ballista bolt, now he's very alert to take.
I got a dirty 20.
same thing.
All right. Well, let me just get everybody in there real quick. I need to actually name some of these people real quick.
It's
so I
been
know.
my dream to play a disappointed, like, chief police officer.
I can tell you're really milking it.
I'm glad
This is
I can
great.
fulfill that dream for you, Ed. No problem. It's been my pleasure.
Like, there's so many favorite characters that are that role, like Michael Keaton and the other guys. Freaking, oh man, and Lethal Weapon. Like, oh, I just love that role. Just the,
It's been revoked.
oh no. And two of our best combatants are not technically here. But hey, let's see what this orc's about.
Okay, initiative. I heard above 20, so that was Chaplin. And what did you get, Shaka?
Dirty 20.
So what'd you get, Chaplin?
Natural 20, but
Okay,
unmodified.
so you're both unmodified. Okay, who wants to go first?
Shaka.
Okay.
Shaka.
I got
I'll
a
give my-
dirty 20.
I would give my 20 away if I could. I don't want it.
What'd you get there, Ed?
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're up there too. Where do you want to? What about you, Ed? Where are you going? You want to go first? Last?
I'll go after Shaka.
Okay. Yep. Try and get Chaplin down the line. Okay. What did you get there, Zalace?
18.
You got an 18. Fantastic. So our bad guys are going to be going last. Okay. You, as the window of the door shatters open and the door is basically destroyed as a giant. Oh, yep, Zalace.
Sorry. So part of the feat that I've got for alert, it says immediately after rolling, you can swap your initiative with one willing ally in the same combat.
Is this the 2024 alert or is this the normal alert?
Oh,
The legacy alert?
That's 2024.
I think it might be. All right, that's fine. Forget me.
Well, I think the normal alert gives you, like, you can't be surprised.
Yeah.
It gives a plus
Yeah.
10, doesn't it? To initiative?
No,
I know.
I do not believe so.
No. It's fine. No, that's right. I didn't realise that was what I was just having a look on my feet, but I didn't realise that was on. I'll try and turn that off. Actually.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You just swap it out. Just swap it out for the other one. Well, the door flies off, and Chaplin, you're hit by a bolt that probably takes like a chunk off of your auto-gnome form, or at least dents it, and you are still alive, but under assault, to be sure. Shaka, it is your turn. You start us off. You look out the window and you realize that there's some fire coming off of the ship, and quite a number of individuals standing outside. What do you do?
All right. I'm going to go to the door, see what I can see.
Okay, you walk to the door.
Oh, yeah.
Door's blown open. You go to the door. I'm going to say as you get around Chaplin, that'll be 20 feet to the door.
Okay.
And as you stand in the door frame, you do see like all of these warriors standing there. And each one has like some kind of like hunter's mark. Some kind of mark of the hunter on them in like blood. Maybe they have like 3 over the eye or like a handprint on their neck or something. And they all look like these like sort of tribal warriors as they're all standing there with their bows drawn and pulled. And they seem to be accompanied by who's endowed in sort of these fur-lined, very like wild shaman-looking robes. It definitely has a presentation of the leader here.
All right. I am going to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay. Calm
With,
emotions.
It's a 20-foot sphere from a point that I can see.
Okay. You want to try
And
and hit
that's
everybody now?
yeah, that's a DC Charisma 14.
Okay, let me roll a whole bunch of them.
And she's gonna yell, "Calm your tits!"
Oh my god. Oh my god. This individual and this individual are calm in this moment. You feel your spell hold on to them. All the others seem to be still quite ready for what is to come.
Okay. And I'm going to use the last 10 feet to get out onto the deck, and I'm gonna rage.
All right. You do realize when raging you cannot concentrate, right?
Oh, this. Okay, I'll keep it for now. I'll just. Actually, yeah, I'll step out. Just be a target.
Okay, step out for 10 feet. Concentrating on calm emotions, those two warriors are sort of like. They almost look like deflated, almost like disappointed, like they're like, what's even the point? Kind of. And you step out. All right. Ed Jord, you certainly saw Chaplin take this hit. What do you do?
I am going to. I am going to summon my Eldritch Cannon into Protector.
All right.
I'm going to put him right beside Chaplin, just covered.
Okay.
And I am going to use my bonus action to grant 1d8 plus 4 temporary hit points to each creature of my choice within 10 feet of the turret. So who's within 10 feet of that? I know Chaplin is, Zalace is Shaka.
Shaka is kind of through the doorway. How far does your... What?
It goes within 10 feet of the turret, so...
10 feet of the turret,
doesn't
let's
matter.
see. Yeah, Shaka's too far away, but you will catch Zalace and Chaplin.
Okay. Nice, and you guys get a 7 plus 4, 11 temporary hit points.
There, yeah.
And I am going to move covered on the opposite side, if I can, of Chaplin. I've got 30 feet of movement.
Do you want to be here?
Yeah, right there.
Got it. Okay,
Kind of like
move to
covered.
here.
Got my arcane firearm ready for the next turn.
Yeah, you got like 3/4 cover here. You're kind of like peeking through the window a little bit, but you're very hard to hit in this instance.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Fantastic. All right, Chaplin, you're up to bat. Seems you're under attack.
That
What do you do?
was 11 temporary hit points, yeah?
All right.
Ed, hang on. Ed, 11 temporary hit points?
Yes, sir. 7
Okay,
plus
yeah.
4.
Cool. All right, sorry, go ahead, Chaplin.
Yeah, can we look in the 180 degrees?
Yeah. This is kind of what you're dealing with, and you have these 3 warriors post up at the top.
Oh, Ryan, we need to get to 2024 rolls, buddy.
All right.
All right, how far is it to, what are they standing around, the ballista?
Yeah, you would see that these 3 are working together to make the ballista work. They aim. They seem to have commandeered your ballista against you.
They hit me with our ballista?
Yeah, they shot your ballista through the door, and they showed up, and they're like, oh, look, a ballista. Let's use the ballista.
Oh, that is rude. All right. let me. Is it 30 feet to? I guess kind of behind one and beside the other. That square in there. I would
Where do you wanna
like
be, sir?
to. I'm
wanna run out on
trying
the deck?
to. No. I'm not gonna
No.
run out there. No, I'm going to invoke duplicity out there.
Ah. All right. Where's duplicity going?
Yeah. Like three. So like 3 squares east from where you are. Right.
Like that?
Yep.
Ah,
One
right.
back.
Got it. Move back.
Yep. Right there. Yep. So that I think under these, I keep mixing up the new and old rules now. I think under these rules, that's an actual action.
Yeah.
So Chaplin doesn't really have a bonus action for the moment. I'm just going to do that, and then can I I don't actually. Let me read it to you real quick. I don't think I have to maintain line of sight with the duplicity. Maybe I do.
I don't think you do.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna duck around the side of the doorway with the stairs there, so that I'm not in line of sight anymore.
You want to be like over here?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's still a bit of an opening. You can go over more.
Yeah. I think that's it for me for this turn, probably.
All right. Zalace, you are alert and you are aware of what is going on. What do you do?
Okay, I would like to try and hide. I think I'll hide behind Shaka if I can. I'll move forward and hide behind her and use her as cover.
Sure thing.
And as part of my naturally stealthy.
Yep.
I can attempt to hide behind a creature.
Yeah, go for it. Let me stealth check.
$21?
21. Yes, you are. These individuals are probably pretty perceptive being hunters, but you are more stealthy than they.
Okay, then I will shoot this guy on. I'm looking at the screen right now on the left.
This guy?
Yep.
All right.
With my crossbow.
All right.
23 to hit.
23 will certainly hit for more damage.
That's for sneak attack.
Oh, yeah. Having had advantage. Done.
So 20 damage altogether.
20 damage. You run out, sort of hiding behind, like, as Shaka runs out and posing as she is. You kind of use that to go in nice and slow and stealthy, and then you kind of like jump out from the side, kind of like John Wick. Your way out the side, blasting it, hits them right in the forehead, and they just like fall over, ass over tea kettle. They were dead before the bolts, or they were dead before they hit the ground.
Okay, so how much movement would I have used there?
Let's see. You would have used 15 feet. You got 10 feet left, I believe.
Can I use the rest of that to fall back into the room?
Yeah, if you want to use 5, and then the captain might be disappointed in you, but you can occupy his space as well, and stay there and get some cover.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That'll bring us to the bad guys. Or are they? This one's like, oh, I don't want to fight anymore. Oh, hang on. Sorry. You dealt 20. I looked up the wrong stat block. I apologize. No, this one's still alive. I'm sorry. This one's a little stronger than the rest. I got my stat blocks all mixed up. So they're up and took about 20 points of damage if they hurt. What to do now? What to do now? They've all got stuff they gotta do. Okay. Whole shit ton of them. I think these 3 guys have a very... Well, at least one of these people's trying to hit the duplicate and is going to figure it out. I think this one, who, like, you're right on this person's they got to deal with Shaka, and they don't... I think this person's staring down the Skrull. I think the Skrull is a little... I'm gonna just roll for it, because a Skrull is very disconcerting, but it's also very disconcerting that one just teleported behind him. So I'm just gonna do an even odds. This one actually, yeah, it's gonna be for you, Chaplin. Is going to, like, turn around and with the offhand draw a sword and try and swipe at you. And will roll well enough that the blade does make contact with the duplicate, but swings right through because this is a pure illusion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
She goes, what the fuck? And it's just gonna kind of like look back to Shaka, drop the short sword and roll into the deck. She's going to draw her bow and cast Hunter's Mark on you, Shaka, and fire an arrow. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No. Okay. So this is where things got a little complicated, because everybody is a big fan of that spell. This person looks over, sees that their buddy's just like sitting on it going like, I miss my dog. And goes, what? Fuck. And is going to just turn and Hunter's Mark you again, Shaka, having seen the duplicate get hit and nothing happened. And is going to fire 2 arrows in your direction. That is going to be a 6 and a natural 20.
Okay, obviously the natural 20 works.
Natural 20 might do the job. That is going to be, let's see here. 16. That is going to be 25 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As it hits dead center into your chest. These guys up here all saw that, and I think there's going to be similar actions from these fellows to you, Shaka. This one is going to take 2 shots at you after casting Hunter's Mark. Very cool. Oh my god. That's going to be a 16 and a 23 to hit, Shaka.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Have you rolled concentration on your calm emotions?
Oh. I feel that.
Fail that. These 2 are back in the game. We'll come to them in a minute. Okay, so this person, that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage on the first hit, and 13 points of piercing damage on the second hit. This one is going to Hunter's Mark you and shoot at you, Shaka, because you are a big right target, right in the middle of the thing. And a Scrow at that. You kind of have a reputation. That is going to be a 15 and a 21 to hit.
Yep, those hit.
Okay, that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage. And 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay, Shaka's down.
Shaka is down. Shaka, you run out, sort of like, ah! And then just get like hit by like a million arrows and fall to the ground on your back. These two have other plans now. Hey, look! Is that the halfling sticking his little head out right there? I think this one is going to take some shots at you, despite... I'm going to get you 3/4 cover, Zalace, which means you have a +5 to your AC for these, because you are very well hidden in this moment, but you can take a shot anyway. 2 shots, which I don't think any of them are going to hit. That's a 9 and a 11, so I don't think so. Go. You're like, poke your head out into it, like hit the door frame right next to your head, and you sit back in the last moment. She will have Hunter's Mark, though, as you know. Actually, we're gonna use yellows now so we can keep track of who's Hunter's Mark too. This person up here, I think is gonna aim for you, Ed, because your head's poking out through the window. But I'm gonna give you 3/4 cover as well, which means that you have a +5 to your AC against these attacks. The first one is a 10, which doesn't hit. And the second one is a 22. Does that hit with a +5 AC?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That will have been Hunter's Mark. So let me just get in here. Mark your base with blue. Mark your base with blue. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage as one arrow manages to clip you through the window.
Gotcha.
We got these 2 archers left. This person see anybody? Oh yeah, there's Chaplin. There's Chaplin right there. I don't think we're running too close into the fray. I think we're gonna take a step closer to get a better shot on Chaplin. Chaplin, I'm gonna give you half cover, which means you have +2 to your AC for these 2 attacks.
That not the one I put down?
Pardon?
At the start. No?
Sorry, I mixed up the stat blocks. This person has a better stat block than the other guys. Right. I've given them the wrong. They still took the damage, but it didn't take them out. Sorry about that. Okay, this one is going to Hunter's Mark you as well. Big surprise, big surprise. Let's use purple. And is going to shoot a longbow at you twice. One is a 24, and the other is a 25.
Both of those will hit.
Both of those will hit. Okay. This one's going to use a reaction called Archer's Eye to gain a little extra damage on you. That is going to be 12. That's going to be 17 points of piercing damage on the first attack.
Woo!
And the second hit, already established that. And can't use that reaction again. So that's going to be 6. That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage on the next attack.
Okay.
I believe your duplicity is considered concentration.
Oh yeah, I do have to roll it like concentration.
Right.
Give me a second.
Yeah, take your time. These ones are going to be for you, Ed. Again, 3/4 covered.
All right, what do I have to roll for concentration?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Your DC is 10.
Oh, okay. I beat it then. I was trying to decide whether or not I need to add a build for success, but I don't.
No,
I
you're
got
good,
11.
you're good. Hell yeah. Ed, both of your attacks are going to be 19s to hit.
They don't hit.
They don't hit. Excellent. But this guy would have.
Did you say 19?
19? That's right.
That would be meets it, beats it. So I'm gonna react. Shield.
Hold on a second. Does that include your 3/4 cover plus 5 to AC?
Yeah, it would be my normal AC is 14, so plus 5, 19.
Got it. So now you're casting shield to block it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. We'll say auto. You sort of like take some power from auto and like displace it out of the side of your gun, and it kind of deflects the arrow against the wall beside you. Very cool. Last but not least of our hunters on the deck, this one's going to fall back a bit. We are going to use the big Minotaur is going to take their turn. We're going to hold on to that. All of you are kind of hidden, aren't you? The Minotaur is going to call out and say, Hunters Alace, Baphomet calls for your blood. You have insulted the great Horn King, and now you will pay in the deep labyrinths of hell. Ibis. And is going to try and track you there, my friend. You're kind of poking your head out over here. It's going to say, behold the powers you besmirched! And it's going to run over here. And even from your 3/4, he's going to take the shot anyway. He's going to point his hand out at you. And these like bolts of eldritch power are going to well in his hand. He's going to fire eldritch blasting. Ooh, actually, no, we're going to do so much better than that. What am I talking about? Actually, as that eldritch power wells into like a single jagged shard of iron, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Five. In this moment, anyone in the back there, Ed and Chaplin, you'd see this like these fragments of iron will appear above Zalace's head and go and form a crown, and then press themselves into his forehead, and his eyes will sort of blink a couple times, and then he'll have like these like large gloss over eyes of like madness, and you, Zalace, are under the influence of the spell Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness.
Can I use it? I can't use that, can I? Sorry.
Well, you take no damage.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, and nothing happens as of yet. That will be that. But it's very exciting. And that is going to bring us to Shaka. Shaka, I need a private death saving throw, please. What'd you? Oh, yeah, yes. Understood. Okay, that'll bring us to Ed Jord. Ed, you've got a crew member that you've just hired out on the deck filled with arrows. You have an assault on your ship, and your ship is on fire. What do you do?
So Ed Yord is since they're firing at me through cover, can I fire at them from where I'm at?
Yes, and when you do so, they do not have cover. Only you have cover.
Okay. So the first thing Ed's gonna do is he's gonna cast Shatter in that little clump right there and try and do some to these motherfuckers.
Absolutely. As a reminder, your shatter will damage your ship as well.
Oh, this ship's on fire. I mean, I might not make it out of this fight. I'm not even thinking about the ship.
Fair enough. Just as a reminder, that's all. I just want to be fair. What is the radius of the sphere?
It is 10 feet.
Got it. You want to hit them like right here, like that, maybe?
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
hit the other
right
archer over
there.
there. You probably want the Minotaur, right?
Yeah, I want that guy. Even though he's probably got a good constitution, but let's see what the dice say.
All right, go ahead and roll it, and I'll start rolling some con saves. What's your DC?
15. Fuck yeah, that's an 876.
Eh? All succeed except for this guy, who apparently just doesn't have the ability to save against anything for his life. What did you get on your damage?
8 plus 7 plus 6. Plus that's all.
21. That's 21 points of damage.
Yeah.
So 21 to this guy, and then 10 to this guy, and 10 to everybody else. And then I need to make some saves against the hunter's marks. So bear with me for a moment here.
No problem.
Let's see. What is your con save? Damn it, man! I wanted to use it at least once. In this moment, the crown of madness shatters across Zalace's head.
Fuck yeah.
And Zalace is freed from that particular spell. Damn it, man! I wanted to use it. It's fine.
I'm
it's fine.
sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just.
And my bonus action is Otto is gonna walk into frame. He's got a movement of a just so I don't forget. It's like 15. Sorry, where is it here? It's a movement of 15, and he so I can give Shaka some bonus HP. Over to life.
So hang on.
Would that work?
There's one more thing we need to take care of before anything proceeds, because the ground itself is probably about to open up underneath them. Could you read me, as part of Shatter, the portion about hitting like structures?
No worries.
This is like stone or crystal or inanimate objects or something, right?
Alright. Sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts a point of choice. Each creature 10 feet. Damage. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, and metal has disadvantage on the saving throws. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay. Check something.
Because it's like a sound, right?
Yeah, it's sonic. It's like sonic energy.
But that can blow
Let's see.
shit up.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm figuring out right now. Okay. Give me a moment while I just restructure everything. This is about to be a very different looking map in a moment here. I'll try and keep it quick. This is gone. Yeah, you explode the floor, to be very quick. Not necessarily bad. Might actually
No, it's not.
save your bacon a little bit here.
We'll deal with the repercussions of why we lost our ship and everything on it if we survive.
Yeah, it's an excuse to buy a new ship. Let's stick on the bright side, people.
Yeah.
Whereas you see a destroyed ship and all of your personal possessions gone, I see an opportunity. I hope your next ship is called like the Thelma or something. That'd be really fun.
That's
Just
a
like
good name for
ironically.
it.
The
Come on,
stolen
old Thelma.
tobacco.
Yeah. The stolen tobacco. That's pretty good. Okay, there it is. That's what happens to the deck of your ship. All of these people fall down. I think your duplicity is still just like floating around in the air, right? Because it's gonna or
Yeah.
probably, okay. This person falls down. Probably falls here. Your ballista is still intact, which is great news, but it is, you know. In fact, I'm gonna do a little
Oh, the
sneaky,
ballista
sneaky.
survived?
Yeah, the ballista survived, but it did take the 21 damage because I think ballistas have 50 points of health, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yeah, they have 50 points of health, so it's still kicking. Not these guys though. I gotta roll dex saves to see if they, or certain saves, go see if they fell. This guy fell on his ass and took another d6 points of bludgeoning damage. And is still concentrating. This person fell down quite a ways, and is still concentrating. Yep, and everything. And the big old Minotaur, he managed to land on his feet too, which is great for him. Door fell over. Okay, that's where we're at. And then I imagine Chaplin's complicity is like kind of like skipping and dancing like on like one of the barely
Right.
surviving rails. It's like okay, Ed.
And,
Cool move, man. What are you up to?
My bonus action, I'm gonna have Otto come up within range of Shaka and pump some temp HP into her.
Got it. Just so you know, I don't think temp HP gets someone up. I think you need like hit points in order to stand up.
Okay. Well, can I protect her corpse from being attacked and stuff? Because it's like a little
Right.
shield.
When you have 0 hit points, you're still taking damage, thus suffer temporary hit points. Yeah, temporary hit points doesn't do anything for you.
Shit.
Unfortunately, when you're at 0 hit points, like you can still give it to Shaka, but you know, if some that'll only help if someone goes over and tries to damage Shaka while she's laying on the deck. So she'll still be unconscious.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do is like keep her body safe.
Okay, sure. She won't
she
stand up or
retain them?
regenerate. Yeah, go
Will
ahead.
she retain them? Will she retain them after she stands up?
Yes.
Because that's also what I'm imagining Chaplin's gonna bring her up. Right now, it's kind of like protect the body.
Got it. Just wanted to be sure. Just want to be fair about it. Give you information. Okay, yeah. 10 feet there will hit Shaka and Zalace.
Could I also does it hit me too if I want it?
I put you a little back in the corner, but sure, we'll say it hits.
Yeah, no, I mean just for future reference. But okay, here we go.
Yeah, you can benefit from it, I'm pretty sure.
You get all right. You only get 3 + 4 this time.
They don't stack, do they? Or do they
No,
stack?
yours stays the same, Zalace. You have 11, but Shaka only gets 7.
7. So yeah, when you receive temporary
Okay.
hit points, if you already have them, whichever value is higher is the one you take. Yeah, it's not an addition.
And I get 7 temp H2. So okay, and that is
All right,
my
so-
turn.
And that is your turn. Impressive turn. Chaplin, what's the play for you, my friend?
Yeah. I am going to. So the real Chaplin is going to step out, and
You want to like step over here for 5 feet, or what's the plan?
I guess come out onto the deck. I want to be able to. What I'm getting ready to do is send my. Going to use my action to send my staff of the python up into the upper deck there.
Hell yeah! How big's that snake?
It is really big. It is I have the stat block up already. It is a giant constrictor snake.
And those are huge creatures?
Looks like the size is huge, yeah.
And how far do you toss that? Like, how far can you start it up? Like 60 feet?
I guess, I mean, it has a 30 feet speed, too. So I just wanted to end its turn up there, basically. So I just want to get it to where it can get to those folks up there.
Got it. I just want to see how far you can summon it. On the ground within 10 feet of you. So you can summon it starting like here, if you wanted to. And then it could slither up there without issue.
Sure. Let's do that.
And it's got a 30-foot speed. How are we getting them up here without opportunity attack, I wonder? This person's wielding a bow. I don't think your snake's too worried about that person, because they can't really opportunity attack with a bow.
And they can take the opportunity attack if it wants. It's pretty big in there.
It's fine. Your snake gets to up here. I'm not too worried about it.
All right. And then I've still got a bonus action. So I will use that to cast Mass Healing Word at level 3.
I gotta put your snake here. There's not enough speed to get all the way up there, but still well within range of many folks.
Can I move Chaplin forward enough to get it up there?
Yeah. If you want to use the last of your speed to get to here, it can absolutely reach the top deck.
Yeah, let's do that then.
All right, then it definitely gets to like here. And it will. The person doesn't take an opportunity attack because it's already used its reaction, and it's wielding a bow.
All right. And then I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word at level 3.
Mass Healing Word at level 3. Fantastic.
Yeah, so everybody within 30... Let me read it real quick. I think it's everybody here. I think it covers everybody. Yeah, up to 6 creatures, so everybody who's friendly that's within 30 feet of me gets 7 hit points, including Shaka gets back up.
Yep, that'll be everybody. That'll be the whole party, easily. On the deck, anyway. How many hit points?
7.
All right, 7 hit points to Chaplin, Zalace, Ed, and Shaka. Fantastic. Well done. What a fucking turn, man. Is there anything? I don't think your duplicity can do anything. What does your snake do?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be very bitey. Very bitey indeed.
Very bitey indeed, yes.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, he does have a bite. That's fun. All right.
You got a bite and a constrict.
Yeah, does he get both? That's even better.
He doesn't get both, but the constrict opens up the next attack for advantage because it restrains.
Let me constrict one of these bad boys then.
All right.
That will be a 22 to hit.
22 will certainly hit. This person is pulled into the middle of the snake and constricted. They are grappled and restrained. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep.
Help me.
Oh, nice. All right, so that is 19 damage. And they are grappled.
They are very dead is what they are.
Oh, and restrained.
Your snake coils around it and starts pulling. It goes, and literally like an eyeball goes out of its head and like, and just like dies from the constriction. That person was not made of stern enough stuff to survive that attack.
All right. Okay, now I'm done.
Snake goes, I got the first kill. I got better than the rest.
Go, Snake!
Yes, go me. All right, if that is Chaplin, that'll bring us to Zalace. Zalace, It seems that the battlefield is turning around, but your pocketbook is not going to be happy about it. What do you do?
Okay. So I would like to try and get up onto the top deck. So with my movement and my bonus dash, I would like to try and get to the ballista.
Got it. You can move to other people's spaces with ease. So 20 is going to get you right there. 25, and you dash. 25 will get you to the ballista. Typically speak, so you do need 3 actions to get this thing ready, because you need to load it, you need to aim it, and you need to fire it. And when your ship is docked, you certainly don't have your weapons loaded and ready to go. As a reminder, and I hate to kill what you're doing, but yeah, even if it were loaded, you'd still need an action to swivel it around and then an action to actually fire it.
I forget that then.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're alright. I think what I'll do is I will. Okay. I'll come out to the just in front of Shaka if I can. What was that? 20.
Okay, yep, that 20 feet right next to Chaplin.
I'm gonna throw a psychic blade at the Minotaur.
All right, you look down there. You see the Minotaur here. Go ahead and throw a psychic blade. As a reminder, there's no advantage. Your allies within 5 feet, so no sneak attack. You could have rolled stealth before running out if you wanted to attempt to have got the sneak attack. Okay.
I forgot about that. Sorry. $13.
13 for attack or stealth?
Oh, sorry. I'm allowed to roll stealth.
Yeah, go for it.
27 for stealth.
27 for stealth definitely does it. You may now have advantage on the attack roll because it didn't hit, so roll again. $17 then is my best. 17 is better and will hit with sneak attack. Well done. We gave them some cover, but you beat the cover regardless.
So 18 in total then.
18 damage to the enemy. Takes the arrow, or takes the psychic blade, sort of like grabs at his Minotaur skull.
Do you know what? As a bonus action, I'm gonna go again with a psychic blade.
You would have used your bonus action to attempt stealth, as a reminder.
Oh, right, okay, fine. I will then move. I've got maybe 5 feet left.
Yeah.
Can I duck behind Shaka if that's the case?
You can definitely move into Shaka's space, yes, and I'm sure Shaka will stand up and guard you in a minute. Fantastic. Hey, Etharrith, and I already know about you, Bisan, but Etharrith, what would you have gotten up to today, this morning, bud? What are you doing?
Etharrith was not returned to the ship just yet. I'm sorry to say.
That's all right. I just wanted to be sure you're getting up late, stretching, having a nice high-end breakfast. You know, you're feeling a little downtime.
As far as I'm concerned, everything is just I'm exactly where I want to be right now, which is not at the
Fair
ship.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. I imagine in full like anime drama style, Bisan, you've got like a bag of groceries. Or a bag of books, excuse me, a bag of books. And you're like, and you come around the corner and you see the Dawn's Eclipse on fire and a giant snake off the aft deck going, sort of like snapping down on the deck. There's like sonic booms coming off the ship. Your ship's like rocking and jolting here and there. Needless to say, there's a party on the ship you weren't invited to.
That's just rude, honestly.
And you drop your bag of groceries very slowly and dramatically, and they scatter across the street.
And then when I'm 60 feet out, I'm going to use a bonus action to hit my psi-powered leap and essentially fly where the snake is and find out what all's going on.
Okay, so yeah, you're pretty far out, Basan. You have some traveling to do for sure, but you're getting there. And frankly, I should be shrink because everything here. Oh no, I'm not. I shouldn't be shrink. I really should populate this map, but whatever. Yeah, so you go running in 30 feet. You're doing your leap. Lets you jump how high?
Well, no. I'm going to wait. I have to wait until I'm 60 feet from my destination. That's what that is. So I'm going to run until I get there.
Yeah, I'm going to...
and Archie's on my shoulders.
Archie? What's Archie?
My fox.
Oh, I didn't know you named your fox. Got it. Yeah, your fox is sort of scurrying after you. So I'll make you a deal. Make you a deal. If you action surge, you can be at the combat at the end of your speed next turn. If you do not, you'll be at the combat at the end of your dash next turn, which means you won't have stuff to do. So if you want to be combat, like if you want to be like actually immersed into combat as of next turn, you need an
I would like that. I would like that. So if I need to burn my yes.
Yeah, you just go into like the most mad dash you possibly can, and you're just sprinting faster than any warrior has ever dared. Just, well, that's not true. There's many who can action search, but certainly pushing the ends of your variabilities to like get there to provide aid however you can. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an initiative now so we know where you lie in the order.
I just dice are hard to read. Okay. 14. It's like the numbers needed to be in a different color. The numbers are the same color as the dice. It all mixes in. It's 19.
19, okay. So quite fittingly, you just had your turn again. Which is going to bring us to these guys. Okay. These guys are pretty upset about there being a whole giant motherfucking snake to deal with. So I think they're gonna deal with the giant snake. I think. Let me take a look. This guy doesn't know that Shaka's up, so this guy... He knows that Shaka's down, but he's not going to waste his arrows on Shaka, because that would be disadvantage. So he's just going to hunter, or he's not going to use his hunter's mark. He's just going to take out his sword and swing a couple times at the snake. So that's going to be a modified 20 and a 13 against the constrictor snake.
The 20 hits, the 13 doesn't, I believe. Let me get there.
They have a 12 AC. I do believe that does.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Both hit.
Cool. So that'll be 5 and 6 damage to the constrictor snake for 11 damage.
Okay. Yep.
But the snake is still doing fine, I believe.
Yep.
This one is a little like, it has Hunter's Mark still applied and will focus in on that. So even with the 3/4 cover, this one's going to keep trying to attack you, Ed. So you still have +5 to your AC. Here we go for 2 attacks. That is going to be a modified 20 and a 16.
I'm going to... Shield is off, right? Because shield was a reaction on my last turn.
So you can shield again if you want now.
The 20 hits, the other one doesn't. I'll take it.
Okay, you'll take it. Fantastic. That is going to be 7. That's going to be 10 points of piercing.
Okay, cool.
All right. Who else do we have? This guy's had Hunter's Mark to Chaplin, and now has a very clear line of sight on you. I think he's going to run over here. Well, his door will probably be locked, because you guys are all... Actually, you guys are on the ship. I imagine everything gets locked up when you leave the ship, but since you're on the ship, I don't think all the doors are locked, especially you, Artificer. I don't think you would have locked your workshop. So he's going to come over here, kick the door open, run over to here, and take some shots at you, Chaplin.
So I'll take her.
Yep, that's right. Because you're right there, laddie. Oh, Ed, in this particular, you got hit by one of them. I need you to make a con save for me as the arrow strikes you.
Okay. That's an 11 plus 6 for 17.
17. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
about it. This one is going to attack you, Chaplin, twice. Longbow attacks. That is going to be a 15 and a 24 to hit.
15 misses, 24 hits.
Okay. That is going to be, let's see, that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Okay.
Just to be clear about what's going on, you'd see as basically all of their bonus actions, now that their hunter's marks have been sent here and there, many of the warriors basically take out these vials and like dump them down their quivers, and then like throw the vial off the side of the ship and start firing at you guys.
What? All right. Yeah, that was a 9, but I'm gonna burn a built for success.
Hold on a second. You are an auto gnome. Do you have any resistances to saving throws or anything like that against poisons?
Yeah, poison. I do have resistance. Yeah.
You have resistance against poison. Do you have like advantage to saving throws against poison?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I do. Yes.
All right, go ahead and take the saving throw with advantage.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was for being poisoned. Okay.
Yeah,
in that case.
Yeah.
Yep. In that case, I'm good. 13 to save. If that saves.
Yep, that saves. You're good. Okay, so that was this one, and then this one's gonna run over here to kind of take a little cover deeper in. These guys are taken care of. Now you gotta go below deck.
So was any of that damage poison? Should I be halving that, or
Nope.
it was
No.
normal piercing
good.
damage? Okay.
You saved against whatever effects could be applied.
All right.
Question, Chaplin. Where would you have put the exopoxy units?
Well, I would have put them below deck somewhere in like the main kind of cargo hold area.
Okay.
Wherever we normally store them, I guess. I don't remember I honestly don't remember as a player if it was in that back storage area back there, or in the large.
It was. I was like
Yeah,
right
okay.
there.
You usually like to keep them there.
That's where they fought from last time, if you recall.
Where the car is and all that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you guys are gonna have some allies, and quite fittingly, saving my butt here, they're gonna go right here in initiative, but they go like, ooh, ooh, and they are going to join combat now.
Believe me or not, part of the plan.
Oh, part of the plan. Tactical genius. I just gotta pull up your stat logs.
Man, I better not regret saving a slot for cure wounds for you goons or whatever's coming my way. Better not fucking grow goat horns or some shit.
Hey, you guys should all join the cult of Baphomet. Now's the perfect time. Surrender and submit to his greater power. Goddamn.
This is exactly what I wanted, though. It's almost like
I
we have
mean,
a great dungeon master that listens and delivers. You know what I mean? Kind of like Caesar.
you
Only
guys.
Only by
yeah.
murderer.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys are all like, all right, we got to get it back there up, and then all these like red, like sets of 2 red eyes start going, start like lighting up behind that one hunter's like, and like turns around and sees like 10 like death bots like staring at him. He goes, and just man, he's going to turn around and start trying to cover his ass. He's going to speak in Abyssal and is going to say some shit, which I will now say aloud. He goes, Brucifa, Savas und and he starts just like calling out in this strange, like very harsh, extra worldly language as he turns around with his bow and is going to just start firing machine gun style as best he can.
Is that infernal that he was talking?
Pardon?
Is that infernal he was talking?
No, he's speaking Abyssal. Yeah, Infernal is the language of devils. Abyssal is the language of demons. So we're going to just take some attacks on Unit 1 here. Both attacks will hit. No Hunter's Mark, but they're going to apply the Archer's Eye because we need all the help we can get in this moment. That's going to be 7 points. That's going to be 15 points of damage to Unit 1. And then second attack hits, no. Fuck. That's going to be 5 points of damage to Unit 1. Unit 1 is like pretty hurt. The unit keeps coming.
Hey, don't mess up my kick line.
This one's going to. I think it's actually going to make a little. It's going to try and get out of the hole. We're going to make a little acrobatics check here because we are pretty acrobatic. Is going to not fully get out. Is going to like do well enough to like get up to here, but kind of like pull himself up and kind of like wobble and struggle, and that's going to be all considered like rough terrain climb. It's just going to get up to here, and that's going to be the end of his turn. This guy sees the problem down there. I'm gonna put the crossbow over here because it's out of play, and these two are just gonna like take cover. Oh, this guy's gonna stand up. This guy's gonna get out of the hallway. We're gonna fall back pretty heavily because we just found ourselves in a fucking death trap down here. This great. This doesn't exist. Using the original design. So that would have been, yeah, I can make it to the end of the hall and like take cover at the end of the hall. I think these guys are all going to do the same. They're going to make their way down into the galley over here and take shots from here. This one's got Hunter's Mark going. Sorry guys, this is a little cramped. This is
all part of the plan.
Here. All part of the plan. Yeah, no, it's working, man.
Bury those fuckers in action economy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So they get to about here. This one has already applied a Hunter's Mark. Can't do so differently. We'll take 2 shots at Unit 1. This Warforged is going to use protection feature and put a shield, basically like shield wall in front of Unit 1. They'll basically phalanx off against it. With disadvantage, that will miss Unit 1. Take a second shot. The second, like Unit 6, it's going to protection reaction as well. Disadvantage, miss. The other 2 guys are going to Hunter's Mark Unit 1. They have not applied Hunter's Mark as of yet. And they're going to take some shots at Unit 1. Five misses. The 19 will hit Unit 1 for 6, 12, 13, 15 points of damage, and Unit 1 goes down. And then Hunter's Mark will be applied to this guy back here. We're running out of colors. Sure, brown. This guy is brown. Attack. Disadvantage because of protection. Will still hit. Other attack disadvantage will not hit. So one of those hits will hit for 6 points of damage back here. Okay. That is going to bring us to their attacks here. Unit 1 is down. They're a little bit callous because they are robots. So they're going to do their thing. This one being the most damaged is going to take the front line and run over to here. We want to keep away from opportunity attacks. And this one's going to move to here to fill in the hole. These 3 guys will, however, have thrown their javelins before the hallway gets filled up. I'm not moving it all around perfectly, just trying to save a little time here. Because of the distance, I think they're all going to just fire at Big Boy here. All right, javelin throws. Hit, miss, natural 20, hit, and then 2 more hits. So that is 3 hits and a natural 20, which is pretty dang good. So I'm just gonna make lives easier here. Plus 6, 9, 12. Plus 12. It's gonna be 18 plus the 11 is 29 points of damage to our big mean Minotaur friend here from the javelins. You guys will all move into the hallway with javelins and Unit 1 as a longsword. How we best do this? Or Unit 1 is down. So these guys all have javelins and they're going to go to attacking. I think these 2 are going to try and hit this guy who's up there kind of unbalanced on the wall. Your boy, are you getting it? That's going to be... that one's a hit. That one's a miss. And then those 2 are misses. So one of those javelin strikes hits for 5 points of damage, and Hunter's Mark is down. This guy is going to take 2 javelin attacks from the last unit there, which are going to be a hit and a hit and a miss. So 1 hit for 8 points of damage. Man, this guy's taking licks right now. And that will be them, bringing us to the Minotaur turn, who maybe is realizing that it's time to go. He's like, getting attacked on all sides, bleeding. He's got arrows and holes in him. And he is going to basically raise into the air this wand or rod of some kind. And he's going to say, what is he going to say? Where is he? He's going to say, "Hunters! In the name of Baphomet, may our enemies low!" And he is going to incite the hunters, and all of his allies within 30 feet may now use their reactions to make an extra attack. So that's going to be everyone within that bubble. He's going to say, "Clear my way to freedom!" This guy is going to attack. Or actually, these guys down the tunnel here are going to get a free attack. So these guys can peek. They're going to take some cover because there's a guy right in front of them. Both attacks miss. Oh, they only get 1 each, my bad. And then this one misses. Man, all 3 of these guys just fire and they just go errantly down the hallway, missing the Is in the Warforged. This guy's going to take his arrow and at disadvantage because it's a reaction. There's no choice. He's going to shoot down at this hurt unit in the front. And misses. It's a bit of a desperate call. This one's going to take a reaction shot around the door and hit what he can see, which is not fun. I think he's going to try and aim for Zalace because we've got the clean. Chaplin. We got Hunter's Mark on you, Chaplin. The Hunter's Mark on you. It's going to be, sure, we'll take the cover against Chaplin. And that's a big fucking miss. Don't even worry about it. Everyone's rolling like garbage. Let's see if anyone on the top deck's in this. Yeah, these two guys are in it. This guy's going to take a weapon strike against the snake. That will certainly hit. Snake takes 3 more points of piercing damage.
Got it.
This one was told to help the warlock get free. Is going to aim down and shoot at Mr. Brown guy, even though we don't have Hunter's Mark. That will hit for 8 plus 7 plus 2. That's going to be 9 points of damage to Mr. Up in the Front unit, who is doing pretty good. Bloody but not down. I think we've run out of people to take free attacks. Which means Mr. Warlock here needs to get the hell out of here. Oh, this is actually very cool. I know what's about to happen. This one's going to take a step backwards, inciting some opportunity attacks. One misses, one hits, and other misses. The gambit might pay out. Let's find out. For 5, that's for 8 more damage. Definitely bloodied. And then it's going to sort of stomp his hoof on the ground and go. He's going to charge down the hallway. Horns forward is going to attempt a charging boar against whichever unit this one is. Here it goes. That is a 25 to hit, which will do the job. That is going to be a lot of damage. I'm going to make a little strength saving throw. Hit. Yep. This unit is fully knocked over in this moment. Is going to take 8. That's going to be. Let me think here. That's going to be 12 points of damage. Sorry, I'm just kind of playing D&D over with myself. I was playing with my action figures, trying to move through as quick as I can. Sorry, guys. 6 additional necrotic damage.
Fun to watch. Like, I'm just
good. As long as you're enjoying yourself. And then takes an additional 8 damage from the actual thing for 7 additional damage. That unit is almost entirely taken out. Bam! Smashes through that unit, and then horns through as well is going to hit that wall. That is going to be 4, 8, 9 plus 6. Smashes a hole in the side of your ship. I think it's this one. No, sorry. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, stool, you're gone too. And is going to just go flying out to like here and kind of fall down onto the gravity plane. And actually is going to just kind of fall because we're not in the plane's in this thing's gravity plane. He's just gonna kind of fall out into space. It's just gonna just sort of like fall into the space and just kind of disappear into the ether. Maybe we'll see them again. Maybe we'll not. And that is going to bring us to the top. Shaka.
All right, Shaka's gonna get up.
Shaka gets up.
Shaka is going to grab her loot.
Grab her loot.
And use the Court of Valor.
Okay.
Which gives one creature of my choice advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that to Chaplin.
Oh.
All right.
And then I'm also going to use Bardic Inspiration on Zalace. And Shaka's gonna say, "There once was a rogue named Zalace who stabbed a bitch right in the face." And then she's gonna take cover inside, or at least run inside as far as she can.
Fantastic. You guys, Shaka stands up and produces the guitar, and you hear Shaka hit a sick chord.
Like the beginning of Iron Man.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And yeah, incredible. Well done. So those benefits have been applied to you two. Be honored and be empowered by the power of rock and roll. Is there anything for Shaka? You have 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna back as far into the thing as I can to avoid getting.
Got it. You take your bow, and you exit stage left. Fair enough.
Because I only have 7 hit points, and I'm not doing good. So.
Perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Mr. Jord, or should I say Captain Jord? What is going on with you, my friend?
When I see Shaka walk in, that's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you can take cover. I'm getting tired of mine." And he's gonna walk out, switch spots with her where she was. Look, see that the workshop is open. He's gonna try and get within range to see who's in there clearly. And
you want a clean shot?
Yeah, clean shot. It's my work.
Go under the stairs to over here. If you go under the stairs to over here, you got pretty much a clean shot.
All right, I'm gonna take.
I give him a half cover. That's a bit of a tough shot.
I'm gonna take aim and send a firebolt his way.
Hell yeah.
And that is an 18 plus 7 for 25.
25.
Boom.
25 points of damage.
No, 25 to hit.
25 to hit. I knew that. Well done. Great shot.
Sorry, man, you rolled a lot of dice just recently. Oh, man. Here we go. Damage. That is a 6, 8, and a 1. So...
15.
15.
Thank you. 15 additional damage. And this guy takes it. You get the sense this one is a little bit more staunch a hunter than the rest. And it still has quite a bit of grit to them.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to bring Otto to be right by my foot, like covered by the stairs there.
All right.
And he's just going to let out a pulse to hopefully give Delays, Chaplin, and me some new points since we've taken damage.
Fair enough.
And that is going to be 4 plus 4, 8, 10 HP for us.
Oh, yeah. Fire spreading.
Okay.
You said 8 temp HP?
Yes, sir.
All right, well done. Okay. Ed, well done. Good turn. That is going to bring us to Chaplin. Chaplin, what is play, my friend?
Yep. Chaplin is going to healing word Shaka.
Okay.
Level 3.
All right.
So that's going to be 11 total hit points back.
All right.
And then,
Thank you.
Yep. The duplicate is going to the duplicity is going to cantrip. Who's down here that's hurt? That's an enemy.
Who's hurt? This guy over here is taking some shots.
I don't. Can the duplicate see that guy?
Yeah, duplicate can see him just fine.
Okay.
A little
All
cover,
right.
but mostly.
All right, let's hit him with a little Toll the Dead then.
All right, Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
That is a failure.
All right, so that's going to be 2d12. Get that out. Nice. 17.
17 points of damage. Now that person is looking pretty hurt. That person's bloodied now.
All right. And let's see. I've got movement left. Where's Chaplin in relationship to everybody?
You are right here. You got Zalace right next to you. Your party's kind of moved out onto the deck, taking some ground.
Oh, you know what? Let me. Can you move me in there so that I'm within, standing next to Shaka?
Standing next to Shaka. Yeah, you want to move back into the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You run back 20 feet.
Yeah, I guess let me move. Actually, let me move to the right inside the other side of that door, so that if Shaka wants to get through the doorway.
Oh, okay, got you. Little cover, no problem.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, giant snake.
Giant snake. Another constrict.
Yeah, I think so. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, you did the job.
I think that's a dirty 20. Hold on.
If it's even close to a dirty 20, that'll
21 actually, so it'll hit.
Yeah.
And then 2d8 plus 4 is going to be 16 total damage, grappled and restrained if they survive it.
16 total damage. They do not survive it. They are crushed into nothingness.
Yeah. All right, that's it for my turn.
Fantastic. That is going to bring us to Zalace. What are you up to, Zalace?
Get the one in there, Zalace. I point to the workshop room.
Yeah, this guy's taking a lot of fire.
So, yeah. Okay. Can I see him without cover?
It's a little hard. You can see him, but he's got 3/4 cover on you, which means he has a +5 to his AC. If you were to adjust where you're standing, you might be able to get a cleaner shot. You will, of course, note that there's no sneak attack on this guy because you're not hidden.
Yeah, I'll move in front of the stairs so that I've got a good view of him.
All right. Fantastic. A better view.
Yeah. I will use my crossbow.
All right.
24.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Again, no sneak attack, unfortunately.
8 piercing.
8 piercing. Fantastic. Buddy's looking pretty rough, but still standing. You will note that there is sneak attack on this guy because you have an ally within 5 feet. If you were to bonus action dagger, I believe.
Yeah, I can blade. Psychic blade, so yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, okay. 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage against the attack.
That's 27.
Phew! Big psychic damage. That person is catching up in damage. These two hunters seem to be made of sterner stuff than the rest, like lieutenants of this cult, if you will. But you're picking away at them real good. Well done. Is there anything else, Delace? Do you have 20 feet of movement left?
Yeah, I'll move back behind the wheel as much as I can, please.
The wheel over where Ed is?
Yeah, on the other side if I can.
Yep, absolutely. With the rest of your movement. All right. Bisan. As promised, you get to, like... I'm playing it real loose and fast with your speed here, so don't worry about that. But at the end of your 30 feet of movement, you get to, like around here. The ship is very much catching on fire, burning apart. You want to activate your jump and sort of bound into the air.
Oh yeah, and she's gonna use it to kind of parkour between the places that are on fire and falling apart to flip over in front of the first thing baddie that she sees. And
all right, make me an athletics or dexterity, maybe an athletics or acrobatics check to see if you can use your side jump to basically bound up and off of certain things to get enough height.
thank you, and that will be acrobatics. I just wanted to make sure you knew which one that I was rolling. And it's a psi-empowered leap, so technically I have a speed of 60 right now, and I can kind of fly.
Excellent.
Ah, shit, that's a nat 20. So, 25.
Yeah. You run up, and in this moment of distress and like worry and anxiety, all of that stress in your brain empowers your psychic power. You push it down to the bottom of your feet. You bound in the air, far more than you maybe expected. And kind of like take off into the air. You see the back tail of your ship, and you kind of bound off of it. That portion of it just like snaps off from the force of you bounding off of it, but it gives you the height you need to get to about here. And you see this last guy like facing down this giant serpent. What do you do?
Well, I've got the sunblade out.
All right, you're gonna come down and do kind of one of those.
No, because I've also got my other sword, so it's going to be more like shoot. Yeah.
Well, as you had used your bonus action for your side bolstered leap, I believe.
Well, no, I've got two though. Oh no, but it's two in one hand. That's right. Okay, so yeah, I'll choose the one like that.
Yeah, and you'll draw that next turn and be so you jump through the air, your psi weapon opened, and you just come down on their head. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, so that is a 12 plus 12 plus 10, 22.
22 will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I'm
General
using it one-handed right now, or two-handed right now. So, fuck, 16.
You cut this person in twain and destroy it. You come down and right through them, and you just like cut them neck to hip, and they just fall into two pieces on the ground dead. And that is certainly what I'm going to call the end of your and you have an extra attack left if you want to like use that somehow.
Is there anything else left to attack up here?
The snake looks down at you and kind of like, and then does like a BB-8 and like takes the like tail shaker and goes like a thumbs up basically. Gives you like a.
I'm gonna give it the.
Snake goes.
All right.
Just
I'm gonna look around to see. I don't think there's anything else left for me to attack this round, so I'm gonna see if I can find out what I'm attacking next round. Is all.
Yeah, you're like, what are we killing? And on your next turn, you'll certainly get to figure that out. But at this point, I think actually things are gonna get a little cinematic because we got some people who want to get the fuck out of here and some people who are not getting the fuck out. This one, I think, is going to follow after Master and Commander over there. It's going to take the disengage action, leap down to over here, and just throw themselves off the ship. Master! Jump out of the ship. This one, who is just getting at, like, thought taking cover would be a good idea, and apparently just made them a target somehow. Are there any windows? No, there are no windows. Okay. I think this one's going to run over and take like a Hail Mary, 10 feet, 10 feet, and it's going to jump off of the side of the ship and into the actual net here. It's going to take fire damage as they're going to like go through the canvas that's like being ripped apart. They're going to take 9 points of fire damage. Managed to survive and rip through the bottom, and sort of one also similarly disappear into the ether of the astral, or of the gravity plane of the Rock of Bral, and just kind of fall into the ether. And then these guys down below, who are still alive but barely, the Poxy units in a total Terminator scary death way is going to be like, stop resisting, stop resisting. And they're going to be like, and I think they will surrender. As they're like backed into a corner. They're a little screwed up here as they're all just sort of like marching down the aisle to come get them. I'll make some death saves for our fallen Poxy units. Understood. And that'll be that. Chaplin, would you have a mind to heal those units on your next turn?
Yeah, I don't know, can they take healing or do they need mending?
They can take healing. They can take both, really.
Okay. In that case, I would have the duplicity cast Aura of Life. And then everything gets 1 hit point to stand it back up in that first turn. Everything within that aura.
Got it. And then if that's the case, we're going to go to a break. The battle with the followers of Baphomet, not Bahamut, not to be confused with the very good god. Baphomet, the very bad demon lord. You will have captured 3 prisoners. It is worth noting, however, your ship's on fire, and we will need to deal with that on the next turn, and that fire is spreading. And then Etharrith, we're going to follow up with you and see if everyone gets. We're going to see if everyone gets off the ship, and then we're going to see what Etharrith's up to. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, let's take our break.
was a fun fight. I wonder what's in my arm.
Hmm. Well, I would say it would only be poison, I would imagine, from what I remember.
Well, stuff. Oh, the lace. The lace, the lace, the lace. Oh, the lace, the lace, the lace. That's my new favorite. Oh, the lace, the lace.
At least you know he was telling the truth. He did tell him to go.
The truth, quotation marks. But I like this. This is good. And I think it gives them a solid little arc. While also getting you out of it, because I'm, above the table. I know you only did the Baphomet thing that wasn't really a narrative one. So I appreciate the side slip. Like I would do the same. If I didn't, I'd be like, Ryan, don't you push your devil magic on me. Like I got you there. So but
I like the way you very carefully crafted the narrative. You didn't actually outright lie. You're very, very, very accurate. Accurate. Listen, I respect
no,
that.
he's the he's the
Mad
rough
props
couple.
for that shit, sir. Did
Yeah.
not tell a lie.
Nope.
What's called
May have lowered the body count slightly.
Well,
he's Martin Riggs, dude. That's who the lace is on Chris. It's just
We only killed one person. We definitely didn't kill two.
it's funny. I asked Nate, I go, when the fuck did Chaplin summon snakes? And they were like, oh, it's the staff from the wizard that
Right.
the lace. And I was like, damn, Baphomet was such a good source. Such a good resource.
We're fine.
No, they're
We have Hecate. We're fine.
She's
fine.
not lifting a finger.
So if we can get rid of her too.
She's not doing anything.
I want good allies like our boy making all the money for us with the weapons.
I
I
do
need
feel
entrepreneurs.
That's pretty awesome.
I do feel like I'm doing my job though. If you're watching the combat and you're like, wait, why the fuck can Chaplin summon snakes?
Yeah, all the time. I purely bought it. I was like, yeah, he can summon snakes. That's what Chaplin does.
I totally forgot about
Just
that.
another
stat.
animal.
I'm so glad to be playing D&D and not watching football because I read all my group chats and all my buddies are going through it right now. When my brother stops responding, that's when it's like critical mass, just hate watching.
Eagles fan?
He's a Steelers fan, but yeah, they're all Pennsylvania. The
yeah.
other ones are Steelers fans, so they're all PA guys, and they're all going through it. They're all going.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's not having a good football day in the NFL.
I can talk all the shit I want, but Steph's seen me go through it. I go through it sometimes. It's part of the sports creed. You're only hobby where you're 50% gonna enjoy or 50% gonna have a horrible time.
Right.
Or if you're a Jays fan, 100% of the time have a bad time.
Yeah, if you just like Toronto sports, period. Just I guess the Raptors won not too long. All
right, guys, let's get to it. So, quick issue that needs resolving. Most of you are aboard the deck of the ship, and this ship is on big fire. What do? You have, and I don't know if any of you have ever seen a house burn down, but once it hits a certain point, it starts spreading quick. So you guys have precious minutes. What do you do?
Bisan yells, "Cure!" And goes to run for where she thought they kept the cure for the kindorei.
Okay. I guess that is the question. Who do we think is holding on to the cure? There's a part of me that says that Etharrith might have it because Etharrith worked
Yeah,
hand in
that
hand
seems most
with
likely.
That's what I was hoping, but Carmen was hoping.
Of course.
Sean did not know.
Of course.
Did not know.
But, and I guess the only other place it might have been is the workshop room because that's where they were at too. I don't know if it's just my end, but I don't see Ryan's screen.
Oh, right. Thank you sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, so this baby's burning up. You yell for the cure. It quickly gets communicated that Etharrith had it. Everyone's like, Etharrith had a lot. Did you have it? Did you know it? Yeah. And then everybody managed to sort of get on board and have faith that Etharrith is the one who holds it. Everyone seems to be on the same page about that. Now what?
All right, grab what you can, get off, bandit ship. Grab what you can, and just kind of like, God damn it.
Shaka will carry whatever's given to her.
Okay.
Otto's back on Ed's backpack.
I think, to be honest, it's only stuff that's in the hold that we would need to do because I know that Joran took the rest of the kindorei fluid. He took that.
He saw that. Yep.
So the only things that are on there is the captain's and epoxy.
I can let you know. There is a single barrel of kindorei spinal fluid left. There is the party fund, which is some 16,000 gold worth of currency. And it was in there, and now it's gone. There is one other thing of importance that would have been in the car.
There was a stash of money under Ed's bed too.
There is the last thing of importance on the ship would be the Spelljammer helm itself. Probably is pretty important considering the substantial wealth that comes attached to that. So I would say as far as value goes, those would probably be your three most valuable items that are aboard the ship. You yelled, like, pick up whatever you can and get out of here. You look down into the hole and you see the exopox units literally just grabbing random shit. Two of them, like one of them has like one of the Baphomet followers over either shoulder. One's like fireman carrying one out. One has like a stack of plates.
No, Apoxy's with me. Here. Grab the loots, grab everything, grab the funds, grab it all there. And he's pointing towards where like the actual holding.
Yeah, but one drops all the plates, they shatter on the floor, and then they all go running to the holds. And they all start. One of them comes running out with like a giant handhold of like ballista ammo. One comes out with like 10 grappling hooks over the shoulder, and then indeed two of them come out holding this giant chest of currency, and a last one has a barrel over their shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Two of them run over to you, Ed.
The Spelljammer. I like to help him take it off fast. I'll cast like a quick little levitate on it and let him grab it up.
Yeah. It starts to levitate. One grabs onto it and just kind of like runs like this as it's like floating in the air. But yeah, as you quickly direct the epoxy units, they get the picture and they grab certainly your most valuable items.
Can I levitate my little even though it's not important, but damn it, I want it. My personal ship that's like kind of cool but run down that I found.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to wait till they get off the ship with the Spelljammer helm if you meant to use that to make that convenient.
I'll be the last one off the ship, by the way.
Understood. So we'll say there's your currency
Would you
box.
know where the funds are, or would you have tucked them away?
I would've
It's a
pointed-
lot of coinage. I imagine that's probably locked up in the hold.
Yeah.
It's not
And
something you
in the
stash
chest.
under your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Big chest. This one got it with the kindorei fluid. This one got it with the helm. And then, yeah, you can have a couple of the units help you out with getting your spaceship off of your spaceship. Okay, so that's what Ed does. That's what Ed gets the epoxy units doing. What is Zalace? Shaka's just helping move. So Shaka, you're probably just a part of that whole rigmarole. What about Zalace, Chaplin, and Bisan? Is there anything you guys are going after on the ship?
yeah. So, any of the ballistas that are near me that had the rapid load, the quadrich. Sorry, I couldn't.
Okay.
For a minute. I'll
I
grab
believe you only.
ballista.
Fantastic. I believe you guys only had one quadrich installed on this ship. So easy enough, Zalace, you find over, you uninstall it, and kind of like carry it off the ship. It's certainly light enough you'd be able to do so. So that's you, Zalace. That is a little robot that we don't need anymore. So you get off the ship, Zalace, with quadrich in hand. Very good. The blisters are a little heavy. Yes, Bisan?
Spelljammer helm.
Yep, Spelljammer helm got off with epoxy units.
No, for the epoxy. All right. Did all of the party funds get off with epoxy units?
Yep.
Did the spinal fluid get off with the epoxy units?
Yes.
Is there anything else that needs to be gotten off of value that I can see?
You can double check the workshop, Bisan, see if the cure whatnot's there.
I will double check the workshop to see if there are notes or anything.
There are a number of tool sets in here, I believe, that were installed. I think there's at least a smithing set, if not more.
There's a smith set.
Cool.
I will salvage.
So we'll say
as much as I can
salvage
from the workshop.
Got it. So I don't personally recall every tool set you had installed, but I know there was absolutely smith's tools. So you can recover those, Bisan, no problem. Along with your own personal gear. I guess these guys kind of got out. Epoxy units, we're gonna drop them.
One last thing. The way I get out is I put on the suit thing just to float the last bit.
I was just saying about the suit. Yeah.
Maybe you put the fish suit over your shoulder because it takes.
Fish suit there. Yeah, just get out.
Do we have a personal vehicle on here?
Got it out.
You got it out. Okay.
We got it out. Well, actually, I'd say you're kind of running out of hands to get that out. You set the epoxy units out. Bisan, you run out the smith's tools. Ed, you're last out.
Levitate the ship out.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Chaplin, what about you? Are you doing anything to get off the ship? Like, are you just getting off the ship? You grabbing anything?
No, he's definitely the first two things are he's going to call the snake back into his staff form and grab it. He's also going to look for the orrery.
I believe Etharrith possesses the orrery.
That is in my inventory.
He carries it with him. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. So he would spend some time looking for that just to make sure, because he wasn't aware that Etharrith carries it around. And then the next thing was that I was just going to have Chaplin do what Bisan just did, which was to grab up whatever tool sets Ed and Chaplin have on board, any useful parts that they may have brought along with them from the laboratory that we were just at, anything like that. I guess basically after that, it's just, any miscellaneous thing that looks to be of value. I don't have, those were the only specific things I had in mind.
Got it. So we'll say between Bisan and Chaplin, you guys get all the valuable tools, the alchemy set, the smith's tools, any specialized equipment that was found by Griffin in Farworld. and you guys all get out. The ship is like mostly consumed by flames right now. Do you want to go and try and retrieve the personal vehicle end? You guys you got what you could get with relative safety. This one will be a lot more dangerous. You want to try and retrieve the personal vehicle?
Yeah, like I want to try and levitate it out. With
I understand. All right, let me go look at that spell super duper quick. Oh, I do, to be honest.
It's the legacy one.
Yeah. Levitate. One creature or loose object of your choice. Yeah, it's a loose object. Absolutely. Target can move only by me pushing or pulling against big surfaces. Okay, I want you to simply make me a survival check as you run back into the fire.
And I'm gonna use my flash of genius to do this stuff.
Got it.
All right, that's a 19 from the survival check plus 4 for a 23.
23. Yeah, you run in there. You manage to dodge whatever flames. You levitate the ship out. Here's what I'm gonna say you do. You like swing over the side and like jump into the cockpit, cast levitate, you like stick this like piece of technology on the dashboard and it like makes it 0 gravity. And as you rise up to the ceiling where there's less flame, you like grab onto the support beams of the roof and like pull yourself forward, and you kind of like easy. It's not that cool. You go sort of like out, and basically you just kind of like Dreamweaver by
Mary
sticks,
Poppins.
kind of just Mary Poppins, just just kind of like float out, and you're like, oh shit, because you just like you get out safely, but you can't stop. And you're like, oh fuck, and then you kind of like kind of bounce off up here and drop the levitate, and it like lands on the ground over here, and you're like.
Okay.
And it doesn't fall off the side, and you have managed to recover your the shell of your personal vehicle. You have done it, and with that, the ship sort of crumbles into itself. But your crew got out alive, and certainly your most valuable possessions were retrieved as well, which is all great stuff. Let's see now. That's all happened and you've all gotten out alive. Let's go across town, where things are surely slightly more peaceful, perhaps. Etharrith, another day, another dollar, and some time for relaxation and peace and harmony. As everyone's off about their own business, you imagine Ed's off working on his vehicle. Zalace is getting up to no good, and Bisan is reading whatever book Bisan has found. Chaplin's pulling some crank somewhere, and everyone's just off doing their thing, and it's your turn to find out whatever it is you want. What is Etharrith up to today?
Etharrith had a nice lie-in in the lap of luxury, just staring at the ceiling, thinking, "What the fuck am I gonna do now?"
Yeah, you're put your hands behind your head, look up at the ceiling. You're on this like super cozy bed, and it doesn't rock, by the way, with the astral seat's very solid, and you're like, this is good. And maybe you get up and mosey out, and one other proprietor of the Man of War is there, and you see some one of the sort of secretary attendants will say, good morning, sir. I hope you slept well today. Would you be interested in any of our spa packages today?
I mean, I do. I have somewhere to be perhaps by the afternoon. How long is the treatment?
Wait.
Well, the treatment can be as long as you desire, sir. Depends on what you'd like to get. We have we have a very excellent deep massage treatment that we do for individuals with not sort of like elven human, more softer skin, but for creatures such as yourself with scale and more tougher skin, we have a very nice deep cleaning massage system that was wonderful. You'll be out of here in it's like an hour of cleaning and luxury and calming down.
Oh, that sounds absolutely perfect.
Excellent, excellent. So should I sign you up for like in an hour from now, or do you want to get right to it?
Oh, well, may as well get started right away.
May as well get started. Well, why don't you come to our meditation room, and there'll be some music playing from some of our flautists, and we'll be happy to serve you some lemon water and celery, just to and maybe feel some calm before the treatment.
I could use some calm today, really.
Absolutely, sir. Completely understand. And they will charge you. What are they going to charge you for the treatment? Let's see. They'll probably charge you 4 gold for the treatment. This is a really good treatment. And you go in and you get some water and you sort of taste the water. And lo and behold, Etharrith, as you kind of sitting there for the treatment and you kind of go to sit down, you see that old bearded guy from the other night, and he's alone actually. He's just kind of there, and he seems like he's about to receive a treatment of some kind.
Oh, excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be the same fellow who was enjoying a dinner last night, were you?
Yeah. So I think I saw you on the other end of the dinner hall. A pleasure to meet you. I am Proconsul Godric Main. Maybe a little history check real quick. Proconsul Godric Main is a big name here in the Rock of Bral.
Has Hecate blessed me with the knowledge? That's a 10.
That's okay. That'll be enough. This is a big name here on the Rock of Bral, which surely you've heard. Proconsul Godric Main is the chief advisor to Prince Andrew and his court of the Rock of Bral. He is lead advisor to the governing royal.
It is an honor, Proconsul. I actually wanted to make myself known to you the other night, but I saw that you were having. You seem to be in the company of friends, and I'm not one to intrude in such things.
It is not often we find a dragonborn, or really any persons of etiquette here on the Rock of Bral. It's rather a sort of person-eat-person world out here. It is refreshing to meet someone of such taste.
Yes, well, I am Etharrith of the Dawn's Eclipse. I
see. Pleasure to meet you.
My captain, funnily enough, tends to regard me as something of a diplomat, so I'm glad I make a good impression.
I see. Well, very good. And he'll just kind of small talk you up a little bit. You're like, oh, what treatment are you receiving today? I'm rather fond of they do very good foot massages here. And at my age, your feet must remain good for walking on.
In my occupation, I find myself on my feet a lot. Lots of running away.
Oh, I see. You're running away. Oh, terrible to hear.
No, I'm actually recently back from a long voyage out into wild space, and we encountered, dare I say, distant relative, a lunar dragon of all things, and a lunar dragon out in the wild is a ferocious and vicious thing, and not something an unprepared party can hope to take on.
I see. I admit I did not know that there were, I suppose, regardless being a dragon. What color are you today? Like, are you black or white?
Oh, I'm still black.
Because I see, and you may be, of course, a black dragon sort, but certainly to see a dragon must be some kind of experience for someone of your lineage. What kind of dragon was it? Was it a full-blooded adult?
Oh, definitely an adult.
Ah.
Certainly I mean, I actually conversed with it for a time. I'd almost managed to negotiate a trade.
Impressive. Dragons are known to be ones to give up wealth to any.
Well, once you know what dragons, well, like lunar dragons, like any other dragon, well, they're hoarders. But lunar dragons have a special taste for spelljamming helms, and we just happen to have a spare one.
Happened upon a spell one. Intriguing. What happened? Where did negotiations fail? Was it at the part where you suggested that it must hand something over in return?
Oh, I merely negotiated our safe exit from its territory, but one of my companions decided to venture a little too close to its burrow, and, well, venturing further into its territory when you're trying to negotiate a way out of its territory is bad diplomacy.
Ah, I say, well, I apologize on behalf of your crewmen, but there's nothing more infuriating than unreliable and self-serving individuals. I've been privy to deal with plenty at court.
Oh, you trouble in court, do you say?
Oh, there's always trouble at court. Prince Andrew surrounds himself with a small group of counselors, but indeed self-serving one and all.
I suppose that's the nature of politics.
What is the
Everyone's
nature
trying
of
to.
people, my dear friend?
Everyone's looking for a leg up, as they say.
Of course. Even the prince. He's our prince after all, our great monarch. But indeed, I'm frustrated on your behalf to hear this.
It almost sounded like you had a rather pressing matter, and I don't want to sell my crew short, but the Dawn's Eclipse is... Well, we've just made landfall after finishing a rather difficult job, a successful job nonetheless. We cured a rather powerful plague afflicted on the kindorei. So, if you are in need of, say, an outside party to take care of a matter...
A most interesting proposition. I must say, you are the Dawn's Eclipse, you say. And you claim to have succeeded on the Plague of the Space Beast contract that's been floating around for some weeks now. Months, I believe.
Indeed. In fact, I have the cure on me in my possession at this very moment, and I'll be delivering it to the Church of Selune later today.
Oh, he cast Disintegrate. No, that's terrible. You guys, it's very impressive. Would you, academic curiosity, would you mind if I just looked at it? Well, you perhaps do not have it on your person now,
as I'm currently receiving a massage.
as you're currently like in a bathrobe or whatever, prepared to receive your massage. But extraordinary, simply extraordinary. I might very well be interested indeed. Are you the captain of the vessel?
No, I am. I'd say I'm much like you, an advisor to Captain Ed Jordan. A rather brilliant Earth Ganassi. He's got a mind for just incredible inventions.
Wow, most interesting. I'd be curious to know how long do you intend to be on the dock?
Oh, I think we'll be I think we're on a week's shore leave now, and then, well, if we find work after that week is up, then we'll be heading off again. But A week's a week.
A week is a week indeed. I would perhaps be very interested to come to understand the personality of your comrades and such, to see if you are indeed worthy of. You must understand, courtly intrigue and such. But I always have need of individuals of a certain level of repute. So perhaps I might send a missive to your ship, and might visit upon your.
Sorry, it's just like the irony right now. Well, I would look forward to such a missive, and I'm sort of unrelated, but your attire last night, I almost got the feeling that you are of a practitioner of the arcane arts.
I most certainly am. I happen to be the court wizard.
A most prestigious position, I must say.
Indeed, it takes a great deal of work. It is not a role that I have undertaken without some difficulty.
Fuck, what's going with this? Well,
And you yourself, in what ways do you serve your crew?
oh, I am, well, again, like you, I suppose I am the cruise wizard, although my sorcerer's talents are more innate, not done through study. I've just remembered something. During our travels, I came into possession of a spell book. Now, I'm no wizard. I can't possibly begin to try to decipher the way wizard spellbooks are written, but I would perhaps be willing to offer it to you.
I see you have learned the skill of flattery, my friend. It seems that you have been given your chance back to you again after diplomacy had failed with your dragon. Perhaps diplomacy might succeed with, well, I dare not call myself a dragon. I am just an old wizard at this point. But I will most graciously accept your offer and would be more than happy to meet with this group of yours. But do tell me, what is the... you seem quite earnest and honest about your state of things. What is the mood of your group? Are you altruistic and honorable veterans of the war? Are you more an on the side kind of the group? Maybe deal with the underbarons? What is your inclination to your profession?
An excellent question indeed. Well, I'll say that we are crewed by quite a few veterans of the war. And
what's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 16.
16. You catch just like it's so slight, but a little bit of like a slight, almost like kind of like in his face. You get the sense that he wanted the latter of the two.
However, truth be told, there has been a small shift in our methods and perhaps our approach to our freelance adventuring work. I think that as we have grown in experience and seen many things, the darker side of the work has become more tempting.
So, I see. So you are criminal in nature?
I never said such a thing out loud.
Well, if discretion is what you have care for, as any mercenary worth their weight that'd be, then no, that I I might just definitely have something of great interest for you. But yes, as I said, I shall send you a missive to your ship, and I'll be very interested to host your group and get the mood of your crew.
I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I've been promised a dedicated scale care treatment, and well, I've been away for a long time, and I sorely need it. So I should best not keep the staff waiting.
Couldn't agree more. And I was just about to, and you got it before me. But one of the you see this like this elven man come out, and he's in like one of those like spa like professional whatever robes. And he goes, Mr. Etharrith, we will be seeing you now for your deep scale cleansing. And then like another
to your missive.
And then this young woman kind of comes out and she goes, Proconsul, we'll be ready for your deep foot massage as well. And he goes, oh, excellent. He goes, well, until we meet again, my friend. Until we meet again.
Until then.
And both of you will stand up and you'll head out. And over the next 50 minutes, Etharrith, they've got these hard scrub brushes that are specifically designed for dragonborn scales, literally specifically built for your species and your sort of toughness. They're like, do you want us to do a really hard scrub, or do you want one that's a little lighter? Are you more of a firm kind of guy, or you want it a little softer?
Oh, firm, please. I've been. Let's say I need you to beat the stress out of me. Just get.
Oh, absolutely, sir, absolutely. And he's in there scrubbing this into your scales, and you're like, oh,
just moon dust.
Oh yeah, literal rocks and dirt coming up under your scalp. I was like, man, you have been through such a hard time, sir.
You have no idea.
He gets up on he actually gets up on the bed at one point and puts his elbow into your shoulder, puts his full body weight, and he goes how was that, sir? Is that helping you, sir?
It hurts, but I think it's a good pain, you know?
Oh, good, sir.
I can feel the pain leaving me as it hurts.
Oh, that's very good, sir. I trained 50 years for this job. And he just and basically very with a lot of pressure works out all of the stress of the kings and gets all of the rock and the moon dust and the splinters and whatever that it might have found its way under your scales, and you feel refurbished and fresh. You feel as freshly scaled as the day you were birthed from your egg. And you'll go, and yeah, 15 minutes goes by, and they end it off by letting you go into back into the meditation, or just enjoy. There's a flautist in the corner just playing the
Can I step onto the balcony and looking out over the sea and just see the fucking higher of smoke?
Absolutely. You're you step out, you finished up your thing, you're you're rolling your shoulders and everything's all loosened up now. You've been, all the stress has been beaten out of you. There are high walls that surround the high city, so you can't see the docks by any measure, but you can see the column of black smoke coming from the dock, and you know that someone's ship is on fire. In fact, you probably hear the city bell going
oh wow, I feel bad for the ship that is.
Whatever ship that is, you probably, it's unfortunate for whoever ship that.
And then the slow dawning of, oh fuck.
It could be your ship, it could not, but what are the chances it's your ship? You don't have any enemies.
I whisper a prayer to Hecate, just Hecate, I'm having a bit of a rough time right now with my lady. Just any sign, but just tell me that smoke is not my ship, please.
And in a very not saying it explicitly, but in the way that no message comes, it's very much as if Hecate were saying, okay, I won't tell you.
Crickets chirp.
Basically, you're give me a sign it isn't my ship, and there's no visible sign of like divine message or recourse of any kind, and it's almost as if she's saying like, okay, I won't tell you. And that might just be that Hecate's busy right now, but
Yeah.
if
Just
she
kind of
were,
like says the call, so it's like, I just wanted a week. I just wanted a week. It's like, it's one of those where it's like, it's I guess in the UK would call it sod's law, where it's just like, you know it's yours. You know, there's no way you could know, but you know.
there's no, yeah, I got you.
It's like, of course it is. If there's
All
one
that
ship that's on fire,
relaxation
it's
is
mine.
gone.
Yeah.
Their shoulders just
Oh,
go.
the stress starts coming
the,
back.
The dust just like forces its way back into its scale.
Fill refills. There and there is something to be said, Etharrith, is that Hecate, like, you may be a worshiper of her, but doesn't mean that she's not going to put stress on you. She's a
Oh
goddess
no,
of
absolutely.
crossroads and darkness, and frankly, an evil goddess. Like,
Etherith fully knows
because
that.
you're-
This is like one of those kind of like, just on a whim, whimsical, right? Like just on a whim, maybe. No, okay, got it. He has no expectations.
yeah, like, and you're all loose walking down the street. You're all like physically stress free, and you're like, da, 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 da. You go walking down, you see a number of sailors kind of running towards the docks the closer you get, trying to see if it's their ship as well. As everyone probably has the same inclination. And the moment you step out of the high city, the moment you come out and take a step around this corner, and you get a clear view of the docks. You look down the very long street and see where your ship would have been docked is a smoldering, charred wreck. And what looks to be several individuals like a huge crowd on the dock, and a number of items sort of like placed on the dock. And maybe it occurs to you that no one knows that you know, and that maybe you don't have to be involved if you don't want to. It could just be like,
Etherith like just stares at like this like distant smoldering wreck, and it's like just something just kind of snaps in his head. And he just starts giggling and laughing.
yeah. You just start cackling in the street.
Literally just looks insane for a brief moment, and then it's like, oh, God.
You have like a full light Yagami, like
Yeah,
Kira moment as you're like,
yep. And then like finally kind of gets it together and just say, okay, Captain needs you. Duty calls. Let's go see what caused this mess.
You go walking through the streets towards it. People are moving through. You see two individuals. In stark contrast, for whatever reason, someone bumps your shoulder, running in the other direction. Goes, oh, sorry, and keeps running. You see, like, another individual goes running past. They both have like bows and swords, and not an unusual individual on this deck. Everybody's armed to the teeth. This place is all about personal protection as opposed to legal protection. But these two like archer-looking dudes sort of bump into you and kind of go, "Oh, my bad," and keep running.
And I have no idea who they actually are. Shit. Well, I just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. Fair enough. Why would you? And eventually, as everybody has finally pulled all their stuff off the ship, Etharrith, you make your way through the crowd to the front, where I think the guard would be present for this. Yeah, the royal guard probably would have arrived. And you guys know, like, the royal guard really only attends to legal matters when it's concerned to the Rock of Bral as a whole. If they're not there for personal protection or to help individuals, they're there for like the interests of the Rock of Bral and the royal family. For like governance stuff, so like guarding like barracks and things. So they're probably only here to make sure that the docks don't burn down. Really, they're not here to help make sure nobody takes your shit. So the epoxy units have probably formed like a defensive line on the docks to make sure nobody takes all your shit that's been unloaded, that no thieves or underbarons or whatever come and take your stuff. But you push your way to the front of the line, Etharrith, and that epoxy units recognize you and let you through.
Captain, I I'm not sure I want to even ask.
And I'll take that as you not asking. And Ed's kind of just counting. He's just making like a head count.
Okay.
It's okay, Etharrith. We've got it handled. You can keep enjoying the rest of your shore leave. You're due that.
I'm not sure I can, because this went from shore leave to just being stuck on shore.
Well, as you see, Zalace thought we had it too easy going up against the Prophet. You know, we needed to make things harder, specifically on me, as you see. You know, and I guess Zalace figures I need to toughen up mentally. You know, see how much stress I can handle. So he decided to make a deal with Baphomet, only to then tell Baphomet to, in his words, fuck off. So as you see, here we are. Baphomet has fucked off all over our plans and dreams. So we're going to look at the remaining funds we have. We're going to see what goodwill this cure bought us. See if anyone's willing to give us a favor. And then, well, we're going to get back to doing what it is we do. Hopefully with no more secrets and no more inner conflicts. That probably after
You know, I was going to say a lot about Zalace, but I feel like if you're telling me he is in some way responsible for this, I feel like this speaks for itself.
Yeah, in his defense, he came clean before, but that's not really matter whose fault it is or not, because now it's got to be our main focus to fix this. I Now what I need right now is to somehow get the attention off of us after maybe burning down this dock almost. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. Let's make sure our goods are protected. We can't go to Chaplin's because there's a Colts under there for whatever reason. But I wonder if our fella, what's his name?
I'm sorry. I just want to go back a little bit. We can't go back to the single place, safe place we own because there's a what under it.
There's a Cult of Baphomet under it. That's where they've been basing their operations out of. And Epoxy was apparently meeting there, and I imagine the Lace maybe didn't meet there, but I can't say for certain. What I can say for certain is that we've made a lot of money to a certain hosen here that I hope can house us for at least the next 48 hours, or just our goods that we're going to end up mostly spending there. They get a new ship, so.
Okay, possible solution. God, they're not going to. Well, God's not going to like this, but we could try bringing. I mean, we have our money, barrel of food, okay, and Spelljammer. We could. I was planning to deliver the cure to the church today, but it seems we may have to seek temporary shelter with the church.
You let me and Chaplin sort that. Why don't you and Bisan go report to the church? That just sounds like, because what we need right now is good favor. You see, if you see these guards over there, see how they currently looking at us like, oh, we might make their workday a lot more longer and problematic than they wish it were. I need them to not look at us that way.
Yes.
I need the whole Rock of Bral to not look at us that way.
I would. This is not necessarily a. I met someone very important in the Rock of Bral, Proconsul Godric Main, chief advisor to Prince Andrew. He wants to send a missive to the ship that is currently a smoldering wreck.
The ship in that moment like cracks down the middle, kind of.
And
That one there.
well, your sort of overarching command has always been to try and gather allies, and if we want to secure this ally, we will need some sort of ship, or we will be a laughingstock. More so than we already are.
Me and Chaplin will secure us a ship by tonight. We'll figure that out. Now there's one thing you should know. I hired a new cook right before, yeah.
Oh, good. I love good food, preferably food not full of ash. But, wow, that's a poor taste.
She's interesting. But yeah, she's, I think she's kind of like she's quite a looker, if I'm honest. But it's neither here nor there. I would say.
Who exactly? I like looking. I can't pick out I'm trying to pick out who the new recruit is.
You look around.
Shaka's sitting there breaking arrows out of her chest because she's still full of arrows.
Actually, this is a good point. In this moment, I want to know where everybody's up to. So, you have these 3 cultists. I assume you're keeping an eye on. Who's keeping an eye on them? Zalace.
Zalace was.
I think Zalace has got an eye on them. Maybe you got all that rope from the grappling hook, so maybe they're just tied off to various poles. And then Shaka, Chaplin, and Bisan are just kind of like post-fire escape, kind of like sitting on a box somewhere, maybe keeping an eye on the very large amount of gold that you have sitting in the open.
Yeah, Shaka's sitting on the chest, just pulling the arrows out of her body and swearing.
Got it. And then Etharrith and Ed are talking over there. Okay, cool. Just wanted to be affirmed on that.
So, who's the new recruit? There's just a lot of people here.
You see a scroll.
Arrow point to Shaka. That's the one.
Oh.
I took like 6 arrows to face. It's kind of cool. I don't know, she's a little bit short-sighted there, but yeah, we'll have our moments.
Having a scroll aboard does perhaps make future alliances more challenging, but I can work with a challenge, as I'm already presented with. Still, if she's strong and can evidently handle herself in the fight, I have no objections.
You got an official part in one of the most official papers I've ever seen. And
I
you gotta
love
have
papers.
a story.
Official papers? Wonderful. I can
Go
flash those to anyone who dares question.
Go introduce yourself. Make sure Zalace keeps the prisoners tight, and send Chaplin my way. Because Ed's still Ed he'll probably be in there. So.
Got it. So I'm gonna and I want to get one thing out of the way. So Jordan sort of like shows up, kind of like looking at the ship. He's like, I left for 2 hours. What happened?
I'll give him the same spiel, but we can fast forward that.
He goes, fuck. And he will hand you the reason why he left for 2 hours, and he hands you 725 gold pieces because you from the quadrige royalties. So you may add. So you may either add it, or I can add it to the to your
add it
ship.
to the funds. We got a ship to buy.
Figure it might be nice to have that in hand. 6682 plus 725 equals. Got it. Okay. Added to the funds. Let's. I want to head over to the not culty member of the crew, who is hanging out, keeping an eye on the cultists. So I want to see what happens over there before we do anything else. So, Zalace, you've been kind of put in the sole responsibility for keeping an eye on these cultists who didn't get out like the others did. I kind of got left behind a little bit. They're like almost like angry animals, sort of like angry for having been caught. Is there anything you would do or say to them?
I think I'd just taunt them a little bit. Wow. Obviously, you hunters aren't as good as what you had before. Shame your boss left you. I mean, you'd do that. Leave you three all on your own. So,
one of them goes, "He will pay for his betrayal of the pack."
well, I think you might pay for his betrayal as well. Anyway, doesn't pay, does it? Never mind.
What do you mean it doesn't pay?
Well, for all the goods that you've got on you and all your little tricks and magical bits, they've done nothing for you. We defeated
Your
you.
power is set down to us by the great Horn King.
It didn't help you. Must mean you're really bad.
They all kind of are sore to admit such a thing and are shamed by their fail in the hunt.
Wow. I mean, even if you make it through the night without them coming to visit you in your dreams, I don't think you'll last very long anyway. Okay.
Then aid us. Then aid us. Let us turn the hunt upon its head. We will bring death to our supposed leader who abandoned us to our fates.
No. I will leave your judgment to my good captain. You fellas are useless, unworthy. You can't even hunt.
They go, then how prove? You are clearly a powerful hunter. We were sent to defeat you, and we could not. You help us. Yes, become our pack leader. Lead us into the hunt to kill our former leader.
You part of the cultist group here on the rock?
They'll look at each other and they go, yes. Yes, for we are.
Okay. Okay, good. So, and I'll lean in quietly. Who is your leader?
They go, it is he, Rucifer. Rucifer used to be like us, used to be humanoid, but was blessed greatly by the Horn King and was made into a Minotaur of great power. His hair tangled. Sorry?
The one that jumped off the ship?
Yes, he is the greatest of us. He is powerful. His power comes directly from the Horn King himself. His skills are second to none. He can incite the hunters to the power of Baphomet. There is no greater follower that we know of than he.
And
we know where he goes. He will return to his den. Let us form a pack of our own. Please, the hunter.
Oh, on the rock? His hideaway is on the rock?
We know where he hides. We know where he will go to grounds after his defeat. We'll know where he goes to lick his wounds.
Where?
Free us. Free us and lead us in the hunt, and we will tell you.
No. Tell me where it is, and then we can talk about going as a pack.
You'll never find him without us. You'll never find him. Even if we told you where he was going, you would have no way of finding him. He'd slip through your fingers.
But that's where you guys can, because I know you can follow the labyrinth. Oh,
Yes. Yes, we could.
okay. So just sit tight. Tell me the rough area that we need to be going, and then we'll make a deal.
Make me a persuasion or intimidation check.
$16 persuasion.
16. They all look at each other and they like kind of nod at each other and we'll sort of whisper quietly and say, there is an old building. There's an old building right in the center of the lower city. It is run by your auto-known companion. We have our lair beneath in the basement, but deeper below, our escape is assured, where we have built a labyrinth within the heart of the Rock of Bral. It was not easy. It took a long time and dedication to do so, but we did, in honor of Baphomet.
Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll get right back to you.
No, please. He's not a terrible master. If you cross him, of course. If you fail him, of course. But he has such powers to grant. Such victory to grant, especially to the many hunters who work together. The only way to earn his good graces is to prove you are better than his others.
But we'll already have it proved that we're better than you by defeating him.
You have defeated us, but you have not slain our greatest. You have upset him greatly, Halfling. But if you were to slay Rucifer, if you were to lead his hunters in combat, perhaps you might earn his goodwill still.
I don't need his goodwill. That's why I told him to go away and don't bother me. I don't want your stuff. But you guys can take us there. Or me. These guys might not come. But we'll sort that out after.
You insist, but we will only work in the name of Baphomet. We will only work to his name and to his glory. If you intend to remain this betrayer of his wrath, this lesser thing, don't know if we can in good conscience. The other one says, shut up.
Well, you never know. I might want to go and meet this fossil. Maybe I will kill him. So,
You'll never find him in the maze. You need one of us. Only we know the maze.
Only one of you, though. So which one will it be?
And they do look at each other with like paranoia and like you get the sense like if you wanted to pull the like throw a sharp stick between them, that would go off the way you probably expect it to. And they all do look at each other with like paranoia and like a want for superiority amongst them. You know that is their way.
Remember, Baphomet only likes the strongest. Who will be the strongest from you three?
And you easily incite paranoia and preparedness for betrayal amongst them. That is incited quite easily. And you wish to, and we'll say at this point, Etharrith comes to approach you, in which we are going to swing over to see our other three sort of crew members who have all gathered together. Bisan, it's a scroll! Isn't that cool?
So, is no one trying to kill the Scrow?
Doesn't seem like it.
Walk right up to her. Not like nose to nose, but like about as close as someone's gonna get without intentionally trying to intimidate them, and I just look at her.
And she looks back, just same stoic. Not intimidated at all, not really phased. Just done pulling the arrows out of her chest and just a bloody mess.
You have
This
killed
is
many a
Ed's
scrow,
friend.
Bisan.
She continues to look at her and kind of looks her up and down. You look friend-shaped.
Oh,
Shaka just looks at Bisan for a few moments, that intimidating stare, and then she just bursts out laughing and slaps her on the back.
And Bisan probably starts laughing. This is Archie. Kind of stuffs a box in your face.
Ah,
make an animal handling check. Ah,
that's a 17.
and it's very receptive. You kind of like give it some like maybe you being a little bit more like of a blunt kind of individual that works for foxes. In fact, so you kind of like go right in for the scratch, no like nose sniff, and it takes that very well, kind of, and just kind of like enjoys the pets very very easily, very ardently.
And she kind of like looks over the equipment and kind of gives her that same look that she would give Dionysus. It's like, all right. We're good. I have an Illithid friend. I have a Githyanki friend. I have a fox friend. I have a scrow friend.
I'm Shaka. What's your name?
Bisan.
Bisan. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. You fucked up our ship.
Hey, I didn't fuck anything up.
Someone did. Who did it?
And Shaka will
Anybody?
point his thumb at the hunters they captured.
Yeah, you'll see Bisan. You'll see Zalace kind of like walking around, sort of talking, kind of like, ooh, as Zalace is kind of like monitoring some more of these similarly dressed hunters. They look kind of like dock workers with leather armor strapped on them.
Cool. I'm gonna go see Zalace.
All right. So we'll say that Bisan and Etharrith will both approach Zalace as you finish your conversation, Etharrith, or Zalace.
Sorry, I was coughing at the time. What did you say, Ryan?
So Bisan and Etharrith are going to approach you as you finish your conversation with the cultists. But really quick, just in fairness, make sure everyone's getting their due time. We'll say as like at this point, like Bisan or Chaplin, maybe you're waved over by Ed, and you can go talk to the captain, or maybe the captain walks over to you, perhaps even joins the conversation with you and Shaka.
Chaplin, yeah, you, me, and a couple of the epoxy units. We're gonna take the funds. We're gonna look about you getting a new ship. Yeah, you good to go?
Who burnt Captain? Who burnt the ship?
Oh yeah.
Someone tell me who burnt the ship, please.
Oh,
You're not there, Bisan. You've gone.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. But Chaplin and Shaka are there to talk to Ed.
Oh yeah. Are we going to see that same Hadozi fellow?
yeah. We're the very same. Joran gave me our dues for this round, but looks like we're gonna spend them pretty early. Yeah, how are you holding up? You took a lot of arrows there.
Shaka grins and like she had like from spitting up blood earlier, her teeth are all bloodstained, and she's like, "I'm doing fucking great."
I mean, you're not.
I know.
Not doing great.
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why don't you go get patched up? Introduce yourself to Jorn. He's our quartermaster. Tell him you're fully hired and approved by Captain Ed Yord. He'll be over. He'll deal with it. And yeah, I'm gonna try and find a place for you know, all of our stuff and got ourselves a ship here. So
Well, when it comes to a place, I could talk to my landlord. They have a shed.
well, we'll see if we can do better than a shed. No offense, but go introduce yourself to Jorn and introduce yourself to Etharrith, who's the Dragonborn over there, and meet the rest of the crew. We'll get this sorted soon.
All right. And she'll slap him on the shoulder and up nod to Chaplin and turn around and go.
Yeah, you'll go talk to Jorn, and we'll have that now. So you go walk over to this dwarf who's like literally doing like one of these with the ship, like, oh. And you kind of walk over and he looks at you and he's like, his brow furrows immediately and he goes, "Who the hell are you?"
I'm Shaka.
Right.
I'm part of the crew
Well-
now. You can ask the captain.
You're part of the crew.
I'm part of the crew.
We served under Captain Lunarbell. He'd never have. Or they did anyway. They served under Captain Lunarbell. He'd never, in 100,000 years, have a screw aboard his ship.
And Shaka will bend over and get in real close and say, "Do you even know me?"
Goes, "I don't need to know you. I know what you're from. You're from pure fucking evil."
And what I can say is you're from pure fucking drunks.
You go, "What?" And he'll draw his sword.
She won't be intimidated by this. "Oh, what's that? Not all dwarves are drunks." And she'll wait for it to click.
He goes, "You forget dwarves are also great warriors. There ain't a giant who can fill one of our holds. I'll happily strike you down in the name of the Elven Armada or the Dwarven military, whatever it be."
I'm sure you could. Especially because, I'm like Swiss cheese right now. But regardless of that, not all Scro, I guess just me, are evil sacks of shit.
I will say, and you're like, "Oh, introduce yourself, blah, 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 blah." You start hearing yelling pretty immediately, and you see Jordan like pull out his greatsword with like,
That's what I was gonna say. Ed would be like, "Well, all right, Jorn. That's our new cook."
"What was that, Captain? You're serious?"
Most of the time, yeah.
"You want to bring a screw onto our crew?"
Last I checked, Jorn, we're not an official vessel of any Elven Armada because the war's fucking over, is it not? Let me
Aye,
remind
but if
you,
we saw a
Jorn.
screw in wild space, what do you think we'd do to him?
Well, we'd probably fuck him up, but right now, this one works for us. I don't know where the confusion is, Jorn, unless on top of having some interesting views on Dragonborn, we're gonna add scroll to the list in there. It's just green skinned people, Jorn. I know war can confuse us, but I think you might be letting the old times pull you back.
The old times, that was less than a year ago. I think wars make things pretty explicitly clear about who stands where.
Well, Jorn, let me tell you a story about a guy who spent the entire war seeing just how far any side will go to gain power. See, Jordan, I was held prisoner by elves, dwarves, gnomes. There's these gelatin-looking guys. There's a couple blue folks, a couple yellow folks, a couple red folks. Point is, everyone in the Astral Sea wanted to hold me and torture me for many reasons. So apologies for me if I no longer see any sides in war, since I saw the worst side of it.
The dwarves arrested you and tried to torture you. For what?
For what has that you not know about the map and stuff on Ed? Was he not there?
He still asks the question.
Jordan,
He was
I
a part of that
believe.
conversation, but
Well, we talked about the prophet and what he wants with me. Do you think he was alone? Do you think he was alone this entire time? Do you think he was the first? I've lost track of who he was. You know, after a while, it all kind of lumps together. You know, and you see yourself just as target to be hunted by some of the most desperate people in the Astral Sea, and especially in a time of war. Well, it's really hard to categorize any of them as better or worse. I I don't know, Jordan. I understand your pride in your war, but I don't think you know all the sides of it. I don't think any of us here know all the sides of it. But I know what sides I saw.
okay.
Got the-
Make me so make me a deception check to see if you can convince Jorn that you were tortured by dwarves, because I don't believe that was ever a part of your backstory.
I mean, I added that Ed was hunted down by both sides of the war, so I just figured if the dwarves were on the other side. But that is a 12.
That is a 12. That is a 12. He looks at you, kind of looks between the two of you, just kind of like sort of like puffs under his breath and kind of like sort of spits on the ground at Shaka's feet and walks away.
And Shaka will watch him go, then look over at Ed. Just kind of give him a shrug.
But it'll be an adjustment period, I suppose. Either way, I've been helped by enough sides that are declared bad by another that I can't really say. But I know what I want to do. That involves getting a ship, so I'm gonna go get one now.
All right.
So Ed, who are you bringing with you to go shopping? Chaplin, do you intend to go possibly receive your reward for your mission before or maybe after?
Oh, he told Etharrith to go do that with his son.
Oh, okay. So Etharrith is going to go receive the reward himself.
Yes.
Cool. So why don't we deal with Zalace, Bisan, and Etharrith's conversation, and then we will see what happens as the party sort of splits up to go try and organize a new ship. So Etharrith and Bisan, you approach Zalace as he is sort of patrolling your prisoners.
So, Bisan, new orders from the captain. We are to head to the Church of Selune and get our reward for the spell plague cure, which is spell plague. I think the plague cure, which is just as well. We are in dire need of funds.
Understood. We are. They have a way to use a spell to talk to their god and find out where his brother is. We're supposed to ask.
Well,
that.
Yes, a diviner is on the table, but I mean, a location is no good if we don't have the means to go anywhere. So we'll have to prioritize monetary first.
You are better with words.
But I might be good with words, but you have, I think, better heart than me. So I glance at the three prisoners who appear to be glaring at each other, I guess.
Yeah, at this point, kind of turned on each other a little bit.
Why do we have... What are these three for?
And why did they try to burn our ship? Burn our ship. Why did they succeed in burning our ship?
Wow. Interesting story. Etharrith, your scales look shiny.
Oh, No, I'm not. You can talk to him. I'm not doing this. Quite frankly, he's the
Zalace,
captain.
Etharrith and I have to go and do something. Is there a brief version of why they burnt our ship down?
Yes, these three are hunters of Baphomet. They're a cult. They live under Chaplin's little barn, and they've got a nice little labyrinth or so. But one of them, I'll just look at all three of them, whoever is obviously the better one out of the three of them, could show us to the guy that actually burnt the ship. Obviously, he went about, big minotaur. He jumped off the ship. Anyway, that's who it was.
I just look at one of the hostages and go like, why'd you attack the ship?
They, there is clearly some like looks as their like eyes sort of flip between you, Etharrith, of your question, and you, Zalace. And Zalace, you probably take that as like they're not sure if they, like you're in their corner, that they would be willing to lie to you. Etharrith, what is your passive insight?
It is 16.
16? You don't get the full story, but you sense their uncertainty, and you're not sure if it's because they've been like intimidated by Zalace, or if there's it's something to do with Zalace, but that could be his intimidation of them. That could be because of some other reason, but they seem uncertain to answer you.
I kind of roll my eyes and I cast Temporary Touch, but I'm not going to actually touch any of them. I'm just going to show the magic wreath around my hand. And just be,
Okay.
And then look at them again like, so, do we want to like be fully forthcoming, or do we want to have the bad touch?
Make me an intimidation.
Are you fucking kidding? You know what? I'm gonna use a I'm gonna use the what's it? What is it? Class feature, the magical guidance to re-roll that at the cost of a sorcery point, because I'm not taking a nat 1 on like something that's like gonna happen. Okay, there we go. That's the 22.
22. They kind of sort of tilt their head back, and maybe there is a fearful respect for someone who clearly pays homage to another darker deity. And they go, we were given our quarry, and we were told to hunt and slay him. And he was, and they all sort of like gestures towards Zalace.
Wonderful. Just wanted to make sure. And I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm rolling a wisdom
you
save.
Roll it.
That's a high save. Etharrith sort of glances between his hand and like one of them, and then just ends the spell.
Okay.
So, the reason why they were after me was because in a dream, I told Baphomet, their lord, go do one. Trying to offer me spells and powers and stuff like that. Same ones that Epoxy had already gained after killing someone. But that's a long story. I know you pressed for time. Basically, They were here to kill me because I told them to go and do it.
I'm sure there's a lot more to that story, but I have a job to do, and you know, I was having a really relaxing morning, and I think I'd like to go back to something vaguely resembling that. So Etharrith just starts walking away.
Fantastic.
Good effort.
Bisan goes to follow. Bisan just looks at Zalace and says, "We only need one," and walks off.
So with that, given the approval of the song, a dagger may just slip out of my belt and onto the floor in front of the three.
And as Jordan sort of walks away, Ed, you and Shaka will sort of hear on the other side of the deck the sounds of like, you see like basically like Zalace watching them, like standing over top of them, and the three prisoners sort of like jumping on top of each other, and then suddenly you catch the flash of a dagger as one plunges it into the heart of the next one. And then that guy jumps on top of him and grabs him by the throat and like pulls him back, and that guy like swings the blade around, stabs him like in the side, and the guy like takes it to the stomach, grabs his hand, like pulls the blade back, and then kind of like they have like one of those moments like a gladiator moment where he like pulls it into the throat of the guy who stabbed the first guy, and that guy drops to the ground, and the last man standing has like a knife hole in his rib, but he like he'll draw the blade.
Shaka shakes her head. That is no way to grapple someone, let me tell you.
I'll just produce a blade and just put it to the back of the guy's head and just say, "Dagger, please. Thank you. Well done. You are the winner."
He hands it back to you and kind of grips his side as he's taking a pretty hefty stab.
And then I'll tie him up.
You'll tie him up, and he'll like, but you'll see that there's a satisfaction in his eye that amongst his allies he's proven himself the greatest of them. There is like a glory in that for him, that he's been allowed that. You've given him something good, and you probably earned some respect from him, or at least thankfulness from him for allowing him the opportunity to prove he's the superior hunter. Such is their way. Such is his way. But just because we're running low on time, and I want to get it out of the way. Etharrith and Bisan, you make your way across town. You find your way to the Church of Selune. You find yourself confronted by the High Priestess of Selune here on the Rock of Bral. High Moonshadow Alindra, the High Priestess of Selune, will come forth to all of you again. Silvery hair, 7-pointed stars sort of decorating her face, the long sort of veiled runic celestial sort of eye makeup around her eyes, and she comes forth to all of you too. And will say, "May the moon light your way, you return to us now."
Well, I do enjoy moonlight, and I bring, well, excellent news. And I go into my pack and I take out the cure for the kindorei plague. It took some time, but we have managed to create a cure for the kindorei plague. The method is to have, well, essentially coat some scavers in it, and they'll, well, you know how scavers are with kindorei, and through that, the cure will spread naturally through the ecosystem.
See, you have done it. Moon Maiden bless all of you, true. She looks to one of the other priestesses in the room, who smile brightly, and she will handle. I'll say that there's like one actually produced vial of it, and then the papers that she'll hand those to one of her priestesses. She says, "Sister, go and begin to produce greatly, and speak to the other churches for its distribution. We should begin immediately." She goes, "Of course, High Priestess." She'll leave the room with the cure, and the High Priestess will turn to the two of you and say, "We owe you rewards, and even those rewards still would not be enough to say thanks enough for what you have done. You have saved the kindorei, and regardless of their grace alone, you have perhaps saved many more species, and I guarantee you the Church of Selûne will spread the praises of the crew of Dawn's Eclipse far and wide, and I am certain all races will know your name. To heal the Celestials, save a race of Celestials will owe you no small amount of grace across realm space. Be proud. But more than proud, we have rewards to bestow. We have found amongst our reliquary 2 items that we think would be most suitable. 3 items that would be perhaps most suitable to those of your inclination. So, by the grace of Selûne, we have promised you an artifact from our reliquary in our stores of great power. So I would ask you, what do you value most? Do you value sight? Do you value the stars? Or do you value the astral itself? So to make that simple, the stars, travel amongst the stars, or the sight of the stars. Which values do you find most? Which most appeal?
Can I ask an above the table question?
Sure.
I'm wearing Lunarbow's holy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of the god. It was a unusual god that was connected to the astral sea, and I remember it being like a unique sort of holy, like it was Lunarbow's own thing, which was a combination of this particular god and the astral sea.
It was Arleth Lethernil, which, to make life simpler for you, he is known as the Twilight Rider. So I ask again, sight, the stars, or to travel the astral sea?
Oh, how I adore a good decision.
To travel the astral sea.
I agree. Travel.
Very well. Say, bring forth the robe. And the other priestess will leave the room very briefly and return with a sort of flat reliquary-like box, and we'll put it on sort of one of the tables nearby. She'll use a key and open the 3 locks on the front and pull it back. And what you'll see within is a beautiful fabric that is black. But within that black is moving about it starlight. There are a number of larger stars that look to almost be like red and inflamed, whereas there's others that are just the sparkling of starlight. And as sort of move it around, it's almost like a window into the night sky. So to move it would be like to see behind the veil over here these stars. The stars remain planted wherever you go, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And she says, "Then as your reward, we present to you this artifact from our reliquary, the Robe of Stars. This dark and blue robe is embroidered with small white silvery stars, along with the 6 flaming stars. It should make life easier when coming under assault from unexpected measures And you'll also have the ability to call upon the stars themselves to attack your enemies and even still travel through the cloak itself to the astral sea. And with that, she'll present your party the Robe of Stars. So,
That's
very
just
rare
like-
item, requires
just-
attunement, +1 bonus to saving throws, 6 stars that you can pull off and cast magic missile with, and you can use the robe as an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you're wearing and carrying. Remain there until you use an action to return to where you were.
The Etharrith is staring at his robe like jaw just dropped.
Looks at the
Incredible.
roll as I see you, I think.
Well, we will treasure such a. Sorry, I'm getting a bit choked up. It is. It sort of like hurriedly kind of like just puts it in his pack.
You don't put it on? You don't put it on? You don't.
And then like, yeah, just goes like the bag, just puts it on.
You gotta put it on, it kind of falls open in your hands, and you like take off your bag and throw it around, and sort of put the cloak on, and it sits on you. You have a mantle of 6 red stars that sit around, and also, of course, the stars that sort of flutter amongst the cloak. And you feel attunement attempt. And as you do so, the High Priestess looks at you with a smile and says, "But that is not all the reward entailed. I promised unto you my personal blessing. If it is within my power to grant, I would be happy to do so. A boon I choose. So, please, do you have anything in mind that I, as the High Priestess of Selune here in the Rock of Bral, could grant that you might wish?
We are looking for my captain's brother.
We need a diviner. They're someone who, strictly speaking, does not wish to be found, but we need to. It's important.
For their protection. Illithid are coming
See.
for them.
Yes?
Prophet.
Well, it is certainly a most noble quest, and one the Moon Maiden would never deny. I would be more than happy to speak to her and see if she might find this individual wherever he is. I cannot promise results, for there are certain protections in the universe from divination, but we will see if the Moon Maiden can spy her through the stars. Or him. Or them. And with that, we will bring the session to an end. You have called upon your blessing to use the Silonite's resources to try and find the brother of Edgewood. And that's where we'll call it. That was an interesting session.